Chapter 313. Lu Lei blushed at Zhao Xi's words. Zhao Xi, what are you saying? If others heard this I wouldn't care, but it's not good for Yin Er's reputation. Lu Lei was still thinking about Zhao Yin Er. Everything was for Zhao Yin Er's sake. Oh Lu Lei, are you embarrassed? Zhao Xi continued to tease him. I'm just speaking the truth. You two do look like a perfect match. You're a perfect match. You're pleasing to the eye when you stand together. Don't tell me you're not interested in me, your cousin? After Zhao Xi said this, Lu Lei's face turned even redder. He didn't dare to answer Zhao Xi. He was indeed thinking about Zhao Yin Er, but he didn't think it was good to lie. Zhao Yin Er saw Lu Lei's embarrassment. Zhao Xi's joke couldn't be made like this. She might be gossiped about in the village again. Brother Zhao Xi, your joke isn't good at all. Lu Lei and I are just friends. Now that you've said it, it's as if we have some shady business between us. You can only say this now. If someone hears it and I get scolded, I'll settle the score with you. Zhao Yin Er's serious face let Zhao Xi know that she was serious. Zhao Xi smiled embarrassedly. Cousin Yun, look at you. It's just a joke and you're angry with me. Cousin, this isn't a matter of whether I'm angry or not. It's that some jokes can be made and some can't. Don't you know that people in the village are very good at making groundless accusations? If you're joking, they might take it seriously. If anything happens, won't you be responsible? Being frightened by Zhao Yin Er, Zhao Xi didn't know what to say. He could only apologize to Zhao Yin Er. Okay. Cousin Yin Er, it's cousin's fault. Cousin shouldn't have teased you. I won't make such jokes in the future. But then again, you are also my cousin. I also want you to be well in the future. Lu Lei is really good. Are you really not going to consider him? He's working very hard now. If a woman wants to find a man, she has to find such a hard-working man. After Zhao Xi finished speaking, Lu Lei was still full of anticipation. He glanced at Zhao Yin Er, wanting to hear how Zhao Yin Er would respond. However, Zhao Yin Er said, Fourth brother Zhao, thank you for your concern, but I know about my marriage. I don't want to get married right now. I'm living quite well with Daodu. Zhao Yin Er said this in front of Lu Lei, and she couldn't bear to hurt him. But in the end, she knew that since she wouldn't choose to be with someone, she shouldn't give others any thoughts. Just as Zhao Yin Er expected, after she said this, Lu Lei's eyes were filled with unconcealable disappointment. Zhao Yin Er stood in front of Lu Lei and felt very uncomfortable. She quickly took her leave. Looking at Zhao Yin Er's back as she left, Zhao Xi patted Lu Lei's shoulder and comforted him. Lu Lei, it seems that my cousin really doesn't have any feelings for you. You're not young anymore. Since our village's Xiao Hong has taken a fancy to you, why don't you marry into her family? Anyway, her family is rich, and in terms of looks, she's one of the best in our village. You won't lose out. Lu Hu and Wang Meng, who were at the side, also agreed. That's right, Lu Lei. As the saying goes, there are plenty of fish in the sea. Why fall in love with one flower? You don't have to stay with Zhao Yin Er alone. Chapter 314. If you ask me, Lu Lei, you're the one who's too silly. Xiao Hong is a virgin after all. Tell me, if you don't want a virgin like her, why would you want a prostitute with a child? Wang Meng said. It seemed that he couldn't understand what Lu Lei was thinking. If Xiao Hong liked me, I would have married into the Xiao family long ago. Hearing Wang Meng's words, Lu Lei immediately got angry. He grabbed Wang Meng's collar and yelled at him. Who did you say is a prostitute? Say it again. Wang Meng was confused by Lu Lei's reaction. I'm talking about Zhao Yin Er. Isn't she a prostitute? She got pregnant before marriage and even had a child. Lu Lei, why are you so angry? I'm just telling the truth for your own good. Wang Meng was also a little angry. Lu Lei coldly snorted and threw a punch at Wang Meng's face. If you dare to say that Yin Er is a prostitute again, you can try it. Wang Meng felt the pain and cursed at Lu Lei. Lu Lei, you mother****. Are you crazy? How can you hit me as you wish? What's wrong with me scolding Zhao Yin Er? Who is she to you? Why are you so protective of her? Humph, didn't you see that she was unwilling to marry you just now? Are you thinking of marrying her in the future? Wang Meng's words became more and more unpleasant. He had been punched for nothing, so he had to get it back no matter what. Thus he raised his fist and punched Lu Lei's face. This punch wasn't light. Lu Lei also felt the pain and tasted some blood in his mouth. Lu Lei was angry and punched Wang Meng's face again. Therefore the two men started to fight. They were both men who worked hard every day, so they were equally matched in fighting. As a result, both of them were punched in the face and body. Zhao Si and Lu Hu hurriedly stopped the fight. Why did you two suddenly start to fight? Seriously. We're brothers. You can't do this. Alright, stop it. You're going to kill yourselves. Because of their fight, it attracted a lot of attention. However, they were all women and were just here to watch the show. It was not good for them to stop the fight. Two big men fighting, who knows, they might even get hurt. Zhao Si and Lu Hu took a while to pull Lu Lei and Wang Meng apart. Both of their faces were bruised and swollen. They looked a little scary. You're from the same village. Tell me, why are you two fighting? That's right. He's so ruthless. The surrounding women began to interject and talk. Wang Meng spat a mouthful of saliva on the ground. There was some blood in the saliva. Lu Lei, are you crazy? Why did you hit him? Wang Meng scolded again in a bad mood. Alright. Wang Meng, stop talking. Zhao Si patted Wang Meng. It wasn't easy to pull them apart. If they continued to quarrel, wouldn't they start fighting again? Lu Lei angrily glared at Wang Meng. His eyes were a little fierce. He often hunted, so his momentum was naturally not something an ordinary person could have. He just couldn't stand Zhao Yun, or being scolded by others. No matter what kind of person Zhao Yun was, she was not qualified to be criticized by others. Moreover, they scolded her so harshly. Chapter 3:15. The onlookers watched the show and dispersed. Lu Lei looked so scary. Who knew if he would do anything to them? Brother Lu Lei, I'll take my leave too, Zhao Si said and sighed as he left. He didn't feel any pain when he was hit, but now that he was done, he felt the pain. Lu Lei took a deep breath. His face was swollen and painful. He touched his face and found that it was a little red and swollen. When he touched it, he felt blood. Lu Lei took a deep breath. Brother Lu, are you okay? A voice sounded from behind Lu Lei. Lu Lei looked behind him. It was Xiaohong. But at this time, Lu Lei didn't want to look at Xiaohong. Brother Lu, you're injured. Xiaohong exclaimed and quickly ran to Lu Lei. She took the handkerchief in her hand and wanted to wipe the blood on Lu Lei's face. Lu Lei instinctively dodged. Xiaohong sighed and said with heartache, Brother Lu, don't move. Let me take a look at your wound, okay? Lu Lei didn't say anything. Brother Lu, I didn't do anything to you. I just wanted to show my concern for you. I really didn't mean anything else. Lu Lei said coldly, no need. Xiaohong's eyes flashed with disappointment and sadness. She knew that Lu Lei probably still blamed her for Zhao Yin or framing her. Until now, he still didn't want to talk to her. In the face of Lu Lei's indifference, Xiaohong still stood in place and looked at Lu Lei. She had no intention of leaving. She was worried that something unexpected would happen to Lu Lei since he was so badly injured. Just as Lu Lei was about to leave, his leg was kicked at some point. This step forward caused him to feel as if his leg was broken. As soon as he took a step forward, he almost fell forward. Xiaohong quickly supported Lu Lei. Big brother Lu, are you alright? Xiaohong asked with concern. Xiaohong came close to Lu Lei. Lu Lei felt a very fragrant smell enter his nose. It was completely different from the stench of a man's sweat. For some reason, Lu Lei suddenly felt that this smell was very pleasant. I'm fine, Lu Lei said. When he wanted to push Xiaohong away, Xiaohong stuck to him again. Big brother Lu, you can't hide from me like this, right? Look, you're injured. How are you going to go back alone? Let me support you. Xiaohong looked at Lu Lei with a pitiful expression. There was genuine concern in her eyes. No thanks. Lu Lei wanted to reject her again, but once Xiaohong clung on to him, he couldn't shake her off. Lu Lei couldn't even push her away. Xiaohong continued, Brother Lu, I don't mean anything else. I know you don't want to interact with me, but you can't ignore your own health. You're injured now, so I'll help you back. I won't bother you anymore in the future. There was nothing wrong with Xiaohong's words, so Lu Lei had no reason to reject her. Because Xiaohong liked him, he He would be very repulsed by her, and would not be willing to get close to her. Xiaohong didn't seem to have any other intentions this time. She just wanted to help him. If he rejected her too much, it would seem that he was too cold and overthinking things. Seeing that Xiaohong had promised not to pester her in the future, and that there was no one else by the river, she couldn't possibly climb back without Xiaohong's support. Chapter 316. Xiaohong heaved a sigh of relief when she saw that Lu Lei did not reject her this time. Her heart was filled with joy. As long as she had the opportunity to be in close contact with Lu Lei, it would be easy to cultivate their relationship. The previous grudges would also be resolved. Then, Brother Lu, let me help you, Xiaohong said with a smile. There was a touch of blush on her cheeks, with the shyness of a girl. Xiaohong put one of Lu Lei's hands on her shoulder, so that Lu Lei could bear the weight. She supported Lu Lei as he walked forward. This action and posture just happened to be more intimate. Xiaohong felt that she was surrounded by Lu Lei's aura. Xiaohong liked the masculine aura on the man. In addition, Lu Lei was the man she liked. Xiaohong could not help but move closer to Lu Lei. Lu Lei frowned. He did not like Xiaohong to be so close to him. But he had no choice now. Xiaohong was supporting him. He could not push her away at this time. The two of them walked slowly, looking at the blood on Lu Lei's forehead. Xiaohong took out a handkerchief and wiped it for Lu Lei. This time, although Lu Lei frowned and seemed unwilling, he could not avoid it. On the way back, it was inevitable that they would meet women who were washing things by the river. When they saw Xiaohong and Lu Lei leaning against each other so intimately, they took a few more glances. Some women directly joked, "Oh, why are the two of you together? Ha ha ha, you really look like a good couple." Lu Lei seems to be enlightened. He is willing to be with Xiaohong now. Speaking of which, Xiaohong is really good. She is much better than that Zhao Yin'er. Hearing the woman's words, Xiaohong lowered her head shyly. She did not explain why she was with Lu Lei now. Lu Lei naturally didn't want others to misunderstand. If this matter between him and Xiaohong was passed to Zhao Yin'er's ears, it was estimated that it would be even more impossible between him and Zhao Yin'er. "Auntie, you misunderstood. It's just that my leg is injured and Xiaohong gave me a ride." The woman smiled meaningfully. "All right, Lu Lei, you don't have to explain. Why didn't anyone else give you a ride? Why did only Xiaohong give you a ride?" "Well, we won't meet anyone else on the way." "Then why don't you ask Xiaohong to call a man over to support you and a lady to send you off?" Lu Lei was startled. Now that the woman mentioned it, he realized that it was indeed the case. Why did he have to get Xiaohong to send him? If they didn't meet anyone along the way, he could just get Xiaohong to call for help. Lu Lei was a little annoyed, but it was too late for regrets. Xiaohong had almost helped him all the way to the door. Who knew how many people had seen them along the way? The woman continued, "Lu Lei, let's not talk about you. Although it's fine that Xiaohong helped you back, it's not good for her reputation. As a man, you definitely wouldn't mind. So you have to be responsible for Xiaohong." The woman's nagging caused Lu Lei's frown to deepen. Seeing Lu Lei's worry, Xiaohong walked over to the woman. Chapter 317. The woman was speechless at Xiaohong's cowardice. After all, she couldn't guarantee that no one would send her back if something really happened to her in the future. The woman muttered, "Humph, you really don't know what's good for you. Aren't I doing you a favor by saying that? Who doesn't know that you're interested in Lu Lei?" After the woman left, Xiaohong turned her head and said to Lu Lei, "Brother Lu, don't listen to her nonsense." There was a complicated look in Lu Lei's eyes, and he felt guilty towards Xiaohong. Lu Lei sighed and said to Xiaohong, "Xiaohong, it's my fault for not being considerate and causing you to be criticized." Xiaohong shook her head. "Brother Lu, it's fine. Don't take their words to heart. The two of us are innocent. What's there to be afraid of? It's their thoughts that are too dirty. They're always suspicious of others." Lu Lei had an indescribable feeling in his heart. Looking at Xiaohong's pretty face, he suddenly felt that Xiaohong wasn't as annoying as he thought. "Thank you, Xiaohong." Xiaohong's lips curled into a bright smile. She smiled at Lu Lei and said, "It's fine, Brother Lu. You don't have to be so polite with me." Lu Lei also forced a smile. It was only a few hundred meters away from his house, so Lu Lei could only continue to let Xiaohong send him back. When they arrived at Lu Lei's house, Lu Lei stopped and said to Xiaohong, "Xiaohong, I'm home. I'll go in by myself." "Brother Lu, what's wrong? Can you go in by yourself?" Xiaohong seemed a little confused. Lu Lei explained, "Xiaohong, it's not good for a girl like you to go into my house. If someone sees you, there will probably be rumors." Firstly, he was thinking for Xiaohong, and secondly, he was thinking for himself. He didn't want others to misunderstand what had happened between him and Xiaohong. If she went into the house, who knew what kind of nasty rumors would spread? "Brother Lu, I'm sending you back. I'm not doing anything shameful. What are we afraid of? The more we try to avoid it, the more suspicious people will be. Don't you feel like there's no one here with 300 taels of silver?" When Xiaohong said that, Lu Lei felt that it seemed to be the case. "Brother Lu, one of your legs is injured. You can't jump into the house with one leg, right? If the other leg was also injured, wouldn't you be unable to move at all and have to lie on the bed? Who will take care of you then?" Xiaohong's words finally moved Lu. Lu Lei nodded. "All right then. Xiaohong, I'll have to trouble you this time. Big brother Lu, I've already said that you don't have to be so courteous." As she spoke, Xiaohong's a bigs. Lu Lei's house wasn't big. Other than a kitchen, there was a master bedroom and a living room. Xiaohong as she helped Lu Lei's tea. Then when Lu Lei was lying down, he pretended to trip and fell on top of Lu Lei. Then Lu lose Lu. Lu Lei didn't have much contact with women, but he was a normal man after all, so he would have a reaction when he touched a woman. Lu Lei felt that his reaction was very shameful, and he really shouldn't have done it. "Brother Lu," Xiaohong murmured softly. Her voice was a little soft. It made Lu Lei's heart feel like it was being scratched. Chapter 318. For some reason, Lu Lei suddenly thought of Zhao Yun, and came back to his senses. "Xiaohong, please don't be like this." Lu Lei's tone suddenly became a little cold, and he looked at Xiaohong with disdain. He couldn't tell if Xiaohong did it on purpose or by accident. Xiaohong's face turned red. Her seduction didn't work. As a man, how could he resist a woman's tenderness? Seeing the disdain in Lu Lei's eyes, Xiaohong understood that this matter had to be done slowly. She couldn't make a fat man in one bite. Lu Lei's attitude towards her was much better today. After Zhao Yun framed her last time, Lu Lei didn't pay much attention to her. Now that he finally paid attention to her, she couldn't mess it up again. Thus she got up and said innocently, "Brother Lu, I accidentally fell down. I'm sorry." Lu Lei realized that his attitude was a little too much, so he said calmly, "It's fine. Thank you for today. If there's nothing else, you can go back first." "Brother Lu, I'll leave first." "Okay." Xiaohong glanced at Lu Lei reluctantly. When she left Lu Lei's house, she immediately wiped away the pitiful look she had put on. Her eyes were filled with determination. She would definitely obtain Lu Lei's heart. Zhao Yun came back from the river and put the washing on a pole to dry. Looking at the sky, it was almost time to prepare dinner. At this time, old Zhao's family didn't come over, so she didn't know how the discussion went. When Shen Pan went back, she told Zhao Baoshan and Hu Chunhua what Zhao Yun said. Hearing that Zhao Yun said that it actually cost 30 copper coins to give a gift to someone else, Hu Chunhua instantly exploded and scolded. "That little bitch, she actually wants money to give a gift to her family? How heartless. Our old Zhao's family raised her in the past, and she ate a lot of food. Now she wants to make money from us. If I had known earlier, I would have strangled her when she was young. I wouldn't have wasted all these years of food." Hu Chunhua's scolding made Liang Jinxiao very uncomfortable. After all, Zhao Yun was her daughter. She stood in the house with a pale face, but she didn't dare to say anything to Hu Chunhua. Zhao Wenshi was angry at Zhao Yun. Yun has. As a family, there was no need to talk about money. Li Chuiying listened to his family's scolding. He added, "Mother, it's all thanks to third sister-in-law's good teaching. How could she give birth to such a shameless girl?" Once Li Chuiying brought up the topic, Hu Chunhua vented her anger on Liang Jinxiao. Yes, she did all kinds of shameless things. She brought shame to our old Zhao's family. Now she's here to annoy us. Third brother's wife, hurry up and talk to that little bitch. You must persuade her to send Tianlong and Laowu to the town tomorrow. Liang Jinxiao seemed to be in a dilemma. Mother Yin? You're her mother. How can she not listen to you? You're so useless. Our old Zhao's family is really unlucky to have married you. Hua Chunhua said and poked Liang Jinxiao's forehead with her finger. Chapter 319. Liang Jinxiao was used to being submissive. In addition, Hua Chunhua was her mother-in-law. No matter what, she could not do anything to Hua Chunhua. She could only endure it. Li Chuiying watched from the side and gloated. She continued to agree. That's right, third sister-in-law. You are Yinner's mother. If you don't do anything, are you going to let mother be bullied? Third sister-in-law, Tianlong will definitely not be able to walk tomorrow. In the future, he will take the provincial examination and become an official. He will be able to let our old Zhao family live a good life. How can we let him tire himself out? Quickly go and talk to Yinner, Zhao Wenshi also urged. It's not that I don't want to go. Yinner's character is different from before. Even I can't persuade her. Mother, don't make things difficult for Yinner's mother. Yinner didn't say that she wouldn't send them. Didn't she send them when we gave her the 30 copper coins? Zhao Wenhua looked at his wife with some heartache. Hua Chunhua snorted coldly. 30 copper coins? You speak as if 30 copper coins can be casually taken out. Are you going to earn these 30 copper coins? Zhao Wenhua was displeased by Hua Chunhua's words. Mother, if Yinner doesn't send them, doesn't it cost 30 copper coins to rent an ox cart? Yinner is now separated from the family. She is an outsider. Helping us is out of kindness. Not helping us is her duty. Third brother, what's wrong with you? You are also speaking up for that little b*tch. After separating from the family, she will no longer be surnamed Zhao. Didn't she eat old Zhao's rice before she separated from the family? Then go talk to her and make her spit out all the food she has eaten for so many years. Zhao Wenhua did not know how to respond to Hua Chunhua's scolding. He was angry, but it was not good for him to vent his anger. He only felt that his mother was too unreasonable. What could he gain from arguing with an unreasonable person? Liang Jinxiao and Zhao Wenhua stood still. They scolded her, but they didn't say anything. They didn't want to say that they were going to Zhao Yunner's place. Their daughter had already suffered a lot. They really couldn't continue to harm her and bully her. Seeing that Liang Jinxiao and Zhao Wenhua were not going, Zhao Ping ran out excitedly and said to Hua Chunhua eagerly, Grandma, you're right. Zhao Yinner used to eat and drink our food. How can she ask for money when she sends someone away? I'm her sister. I'll talk to her. Hua Chunhua glanced at Zhao Ping'er with appreciation. Among third brother's children, Ping'er is the most sensible one. Before Liang Jinxiao could say anything, he saw Zhao Ping'er run out happily. Auntie Lu came over not long after Zhao Yinner finished drying the food. This time, she was carrying a basket with some vegetables in it. Yinner, I forgot to ask you to bring some vegetables. I brought some for you now. They were freshly plucked. Zhao Yinner didn't stand on ceremony with Auntie Lu and accepted it. She knew that Auntie Lu was grateful to her for helping their family earn money. Although the vegetables didn't cost much, Auntie Lu expressed her gratitude. If Zhao Yinner didn't accept it, Auntie Lu would feel upset. Auntie Lu chatted with Zhao Yinner for a while. Yinner, I have something to tell you. Auntie Lu lowered her voice mysteriously. Zhao Yinner thought that Auntie Lu was talking about a secret, so she asked curiously, Auntie Lu, what's the matter? Chapter 320. Zhao Yinner was stunned. She couldn't believe it. However, she knew that Auntie Lu would not lie. Why did Xiao Hong and Lu Lei get together? Zhao Yinner's intuition told her that there must be a reason. Speaking of which, if there was really something going on between Lu Lei and Xiao Hong, it had nothing to do with her. After all, she had no feelings for Lu Lei. It was his freedom to choose any woman he wanted to be with. Zhao Yinner said nonchalantly, Auntie Lu, if they're together, so be it. What's wrong with that? Auntie Lu sighed and said earnestly to Zhao Yin, Yinner, it's not that Auntie wants to nag at you, but Lu Lei is a good child. Don't keep rejecting him. We all know that Xiao Hong is interested in Lu Lei. If you keep rejecting Lu Lei, he might really get together with Xiao Hong. Then it will be difficult for you to find someone like Lu Lei. Zhao Yin'er smiled. So this was what Auntie Lu was worried about. Auntie Lu, I really don't have any feelings for Lu Lei. Although he's good, I only treat him as a good friend and won't think too much about it. If he really gets married, I'll be happy for him no matter who he marries. Hey Yin, or you have to think carefully. If you miss this opportunity, there won't be another one. Just don't regret it in the future. Zhao Yin'er nodded. I understand, Auntie Lu. Oh right, Yin'er, I want to bring my old man to see a doctor in Yang City tomorrow. We have to treat his illness as soon as possible. I'm afraid that it will get worse if we delay it. Can your little donkey pull us along tomorrow? Otherwise, it's really troublesome to follow old man whose ox cart. Zhao Yin'er could tell that Auntie Lu did not want to trouble her, but there was nothing she could do. Uncle Lu was lying on the bed and could not move. He was seriously ill. If they took the ox cart, they would have to carry him all the way to old man whose house. As a patient, if they sat in the same carriage as others, they would inevitably be despised and complained about. That's why he thought of using Zhao Yin'er's donkey. At least it wouldn't cause so much trouble. Zhao Yin'er agreed without hesitation. Okay, Auntie Lu. It's no big deal. The conversation between Zhao Yin'er and Auntie Lu fell into Zhao Ping'er's ears. She yelled at Zhao Yin'er. Well, Zhao Yin'er, you're really amazing. I asked you to send eldest cousin and fifth uncle to the town, but you didn't. Instead, you readily agreed to send someone else. When Zhao Yin'er heard Zhao Ping'er's voice, she felt disgusted and disgusted. She cast a disdainful look at Zhao Ping'er and replied faintly, What does it have to do with you? What a busybody. Zhao Yin'er, you little b***tch. You live off me and betray me. You don't send your own family, but you send someone else. Zhao Ping'er angrily scolded again. When Zhao Yin'er heard Zhao Ping'er call her a little b***tch, a trace of viciousness flashed in her eyes. As if she knew that Zhao Yin'er was going to attack her, Zhao Ping'er quickly stepped back. Zhao Yin'er sneered. I think you're the one who's living off me and betraying me. What benefits did old Zhao's family give you? Our third branch has been bullied so badly. You help them, but you don't speak up for me, your biological sister. It seems that you like to be bullied and like to be old Zhao's dog? Chapter 321. Since they don't want to have anything to do with me, then why did old Zhao's people come to my house for no reason? Zhao Yin'er said sarcastically. Thinking about it, it was really funny. On one hand, they despised her, but on the other hand, they wanted to use her to make her help. She was not a fool. Old Zhao's people didn't treat her as a person. Why would she help them work so eagerly? You. Zhao Ping'er was choked by Zhao Yin'er's words and didn't know what to say. She angrily glared at Zhao Yin'er. Anyway, I've brought the message to you. Our grandmother said that if you don't send eldest cousin off, you'll spit out all the food you've eaten from old Zhao's family for so many years. Zhao Ping'er left after saying this. When she came, she was aggressive. After being rebuked by Zhao Yin'er, she immediately became timid. She wanted to run away quickly, so that she wouldn't be taught a lesson by Zhao Yin'er again. Zhao Yin'er saw Zhao Ping'er run faster than a rabbit. She was angry and amused at the same time. This woman was timid, but she liked to meddle in other people's affairs. Her words were also unpleasant to hear. She had never seen such a hateful person. In comparison, she liked people like Hu Chunhua and Li Chuiying more. Aunt Lu sighed. Looking at Zhao Yin'er, she felt a little distressed. Yin'er didn't have it easy. It wasn't easy for her to live a better life. However, those shameless people from old Zhao's family came to stir things up from time to time. Little girl Yin, or why don't you not bring me along tomorrow, so as to avoid being scolded by your grandparents again? Aunt Lu was thinking for Zhao Yin'er. If it really didn't work, she could just spend some money to rent an ox cart. It's fine. If they want to nag, let them nag. Do you think I'm afraid of them? Alright then. If there's anything, just call me. I'll come and help you. Auntie Lu exhorted before leaving. Zhao Yin'er put the dishes sent by Aunt Lu into the kitchen. Then he took out a dung bucket from the corner of the wall. Just now Xiaoping's words also fell into Mu Lianfeng's ears, but it was inconvenient for him to come out and help Zhao Yun'er in the room. Looking at Zhao Yun'er's calm expression, her mood didn't seem to be affected at all. However, his eyes revealed a trace of ruthlessness. If someone dared to come over and disturb Zhao Yun'er's state of mind, he could not guarantee that he would be able to hold himself back and not make a move on them. When Mu Lianfeng saw Zhao Yun'er holding the dung bucket, he asked curiously, "Yun'er, what are you doing?" Zhao Yun'er smiled shyly. "I'm going to do something earth-shattering later." Zhao Yun'er was half joking, but Mu Lianfeng was dumbfounded. He didn't know what Zhao Yun'er meant by doing something big. Zhao Yun'er carried the dung bucket and walked towards the latrine pit. Mu Lianfeng wanted to follow and said to Zhao Yun'er, "Yun'er, what big thing do you want to do? Let me help you." The corner of Zhao Yun'er's mouth twitched slightly. She quickly said to Mu Lianfeng, "No need, young Master Mu. Go back to the room and rest. You'll be fine after resting." But Mu Lianfeng looked at Zhao Yun'er worriedly. "But what?" Chapter 322. Zhao Yun'er comforted him. "It's okay, young Master Mu. You're injured, so you should naturally rest well at home. How can I let you work? What if you pull on your wound? Moreover, there's nothing else. I can do it alone." Mu Lianfeng still looked at Zhao Yun'er with some concern. "Yun'er, is there really no need?" "There's really no need, young Master Mu. Go back to your room and rest." Zhao Yun'er persuaded him again. Thinking about what she was going to do later, it was indeed a little earth-shattering, but others would definitely feel very disgusted when they saw it. "It's okay, Yun. I'm not tired. I can't help you, but I can watch you work from the side, okay?" Mu Lianfeng said. The corner of Zhao Yun'er's mouth twitched. Mu Lianfeng was really a little difficult to get rid of. Mu Lianfeng raised his eyebrows and asked, "What's wrong, Miss Yun? Am I a hindrance by your side?" "It's not a hindrance, but young Master Mu, you might not be able to accept what I'm going to do later." Zhao Yun'er saw that there was no excuse to send Mu Lianfeng away, so she let Mu Lianfeng be mentally prepared in advance. "It's okay, Miss Yun. You can do whatever you want. I'm sure I can accept it." Mu Lianfeng thought about it. He was also a person who had seen a lot of big scenes. What could Zhao Yun'er do to scare him? Zhao Yun'er smiled embarrassedly. Okay then. She hoped that it was really as Mu Lianfeng said, that he could accept it. Mu Lianfeng retreated to the side and stood quietly as he watched Zhao Yun'er busy herself. He saw Zhao Yun'er holding a dung ladle in her hand, scooping out all the feces in the dung pit, and putting them into the dung bucket. As Zhao Yun'er stirred the dung ladle in her hand, a foul smell spread out. Mu Lianfeng almost vomited because of this smell. He glanced at the feces that Zhao Yun'er scooped up, and it was even more disgusting. Mu Lianfeng covered his mouth, and Zhao Yun'er caught a glimpse of it. Zhao Yun'er said weakly, "Young Master Mu, you might not be able to accept it. Look, you're already like this. Why don't you go back to your room and rest? I'll be fine." Mu Lianfeng endured the nausea and waved at Zhao Yun'er. "It's okay, Yun'er. I'm fine." Zhao Yun'er asked again with uncertainty. "Young Master Mu, can you really do it?" "I can do it. Wasn't it just excrement? It came out of their stomachs every day." Oh, then I'll continue," Zhao Yun'er said lightly. The dung ladle in her hand began to stir in the latrine pit again, and she continued to get more feces. Zhao Yun'er waited until the dung bucket was half filled with feces before she stopped. Mu Lingfeng didn't understand. What was Zhao Yun'er doing with this thing? Was she going to fertilize the vegetables in the vegetable garden like last time? But it didn't seem like it. She had just fertilized the vegetables not long ago, and now she wanted to continue? Phew, I'm so tired, so smelly, so disgusting. Zhao Yun'er also looked away. She walked to the side and breathed in the fresh air. Although she was disgusted by doing this now, she would be able to disgust old Zhao's family later. She would let them know that they couldn't get any benefits from her. It would be best if they didn't go against her in the future, so that they wouldn't be the only ones at a disadvantage. Chapter 323. Zhao Yun'er smiled shyly. This is the earth-shattering thing I wanted to tell you. I can't tell you yet, or else you'll be disgusted again. The more Zhao Yun'er refused to tell him, the more Mo Lianfeng's heart itched. What kind of earth-shattering thing could she do with feces? He didn't know what Zhao Yun'er was thinking in her little head. Miss Yun'er, I can actually accept it. You can tell me. No. Young Master Mu, this is something normal people can't accept. Go back to your room and rest. I'll prepare to do my earth-shattering thing in a while. Zhao Yun'er thought about it carefully, but she still couldn't tell Mu Lianfeng. Her image in Mu Lianfeng's heart shouldn't be bad now. If she told him, if Mu Lianfeng couldn't accept it, she didn't know what he would think of her. It was better for her to bear such a disgusting and damaging thing and bury it in her heart. Mu Lianfeng sighed. All right then, Miss Yin. After I recover, if there's anything earth-shattering, you can call me. Okay. Zhao Yun'er nodded and agreed. But then again, if Mu Lianfeng really recovered, he would have returned to Yang City. Why would he stay by her side to help her? After Mu Lianfeng went back, Zhao Yun'er took a few deep breaths. Then, she carried a load and a bucket of feces and walked in the direction of old Zhao's house. When she arrived at the Zhao residence, old Zhao's family happened to be eating. They ate a little early today because Zhao Tianlong and Zhao Wensheng would be leaving tomorrow. After eating early, the family chatted a little more at the table. Just as they were about to eat, a foul smell suddenly drifted over from the courtyard. Old Zhao's family frowned. What's going on? Why is it so smelly? That's right. How can you eat when you're so smelly? The smell of feces really affected their appetite. Old Zhao's family put down their bowls and chopsticks. When he raised his head and looked outside the courtyard, he saw Zhao Yun'er's thin and small body carrying a bucket of dung over. Not long after, she saw Zhao Yun'er carrying a bucket of manure into the courtyard of this house. The stench that he smelled earlier became even stronger. Zhao Yun'er, what are you doing? Why did you bring a bucket of shit here? Zhao Ping'er screamed. Pinching his nose, a look of disgust appeared on his face. Old Zhao's family members also pinched their noses in disgust. She frowned in displeasure and reprimanded Zhao Yun'er. You little b***tch, we are all eating and you brought a bucket of shit over. Who are you trying to disgust? How are we going to eat after what you've done? How can we eat? Do we smell feces the moment we eat? Zhao Yun'er, what are you trying to do? Are you here to cause trouble? Zhao Yun'er was very calm in the face of old Zhao's family's incessant accusations. She curled her lips and said to old Zhao's family, Sister Ping'er came over just now and told me that Grandma wants me to vomit out all the food that I've eaten at old Zhao's house all these years. Unfortunately, I can't vomit out the food. I'll take it out and return it to you. After Zhao Yun'er finished speaking, she splashed the feces in the bucket in the direction of Huachenhua. Grandma, I've returned what you wanted. If you want more, let me know. I'll send more to you later. Chapter 324. Excrement and urine splattered all over Huachenhua's clothes and head. Huachenhua immediately became a person covered in excrement. And the stench spread even further. Zhao Xinhui was standing next to Huachenhua. So it was inevitable that she was splashed with feces, and some of her clothes exploded. She was wearing the cloud brocade dress sent by young Master Meng today. It was just made, and she originally wanted to wear it for a while to satisfy her desire for beauty. But she didn't expect that Zhao Yun'er would splash excrement on her. Ah, Zhao Xinhui screamed. Looking at the excrement and urine splattered on her body, hair, and clothes, she felt like killing someone. But Zhao Yun'er still had excrement in her hands, so she didn't dare to rush over to settle the score with Zhao Yun'er. Let's not talk about her first. How could she wear this precious dress? Old Zhao's family members covered their noses and almost vomited. They walked away from Huachenhua and Zhao Xinhui in disgust, afraid that their excrement and urine would stain them. Huachenhua was stunned for a while, and the stench went into her nostrils. She couldn't help but squat down and vomit. After spitting out some white saliva, Huachenhua wiped her mouth with her hand. But she didn't know when her hand was stained with excrement. When she wiped her mouth, the excrement smeared on her mouth. A strange taste came out of her mouth. Huachenhua was disgusted again, and couldn't help but vomit again. She almost vomited out all the acid in her stomach. Looking at Hua Chuanhua's sorry state, Zhao Yin was in a good mood. Damn it, if a tiger didn't show its power, people would think that she was a sick cat. Today, she would let them see how powerful she was. Let's see if they still dared to go to her house and make trouble later. Little bitch. I will strangle you to death today. Hua Chunhua had never been wronged like this before. A pair of eyes shot out sparks and rushed in the direction of Zhao Yin. Zhao Yun'er calmly picked up the ladle. When Hua Chunhua rushed over, she used the ladle to block Hua Chuanhua's chest. For a moment, Hua Chunhua couldn't move forward. He didn't know why this little B***TCH was so strong. Zhao Yun'er's lips curled up into a cold smile. Grandma, you're so boring. I brought the things to you. And you said you wanted to strangle me to death. How can you be so unreasonable? What I'm giving you today is the feces I've accumulated for 3 years. If you use it to fertilize vegetables, it can be used for a long time. But I'm a filial child. Since you asked me to return it, I can't not return it. Don't worry, I'll slowly save up the food I've been eating from old Zhao's house for the past 16 years, and send it to you every year. Hua Chunhua almost vomited blood because of Zhao Yun'er. This little B***TCH definitely did it on purpose. If what she ate turned into feces, would it be of any use to her? She even disgusted her. You little B***TCH, I'm going to skin you alive today, Hua Chunhua said as she ordered her sons. Don't just stand there. Help me catch her. The men from old Zhao's house looked at each other. Although they usually listened to Hua Chuanhua's words, today, when they saw the feces in Zhao Yun'er's hands, they were still disgusted for a long time. If they rushed forward and Zhao Yun'er also splashed feces on them, what should they do? If they became a feces person like Hua Chunhua? They didn't dare to imagine. Chapter 325. Zhao Wunsher was also a little scared and shook his head. Mom, Yun'er has feces in her hands. I don't dare to do it. Let's just forget about it. Zhao Wunsher was a little obsessed with cleanliness. When he saw feces, although it didn't splash on him, he still felt very uncomfortable all over. Especially when he saw the little maggots crawling around in the feces. Mom, seeing that her sons were terrified and didn't dare to do it, Hua Chunhua became even angrier. You're all trash. Mom raised you for nothing. Really? None of you dare to do it. You just watched me get bullied by this little B***TCH. What sin have I committed to have such a shameless daughter in old Zhao's family? Hua Chunhua cried and screamed, but her sons still didn't have any intention of doing anything. They really couldn't be blamed. The feces in Zhao Yun'er's hands were too intimidating. Ordinary people wouldn't dare to do it. If they were splashed with feces, who knew how smelly it would be? The smell probably wouldn't dissipate for a few days and nights. Old Zhao's family members had different reactions. Some were angry, some were secretly laughing, and some were indifferent. Zhao Tianan and Zhao Tianfu hid in the back and secretly laughed. They usually saw Hua Chunhua bully Zhao Yun'er. The third branch was also more ostracized in old Zhao's family. Now that they saw Zhao Yun'er make a move, they felt very happy. Zhao Tianfu secretly whispered in Zhao Tianan's ear. Brother Tianan, look at how powerful second sister is. She made our grandma so miserable. Zhao Tianfu's laughter had a hint of schadenfreude. Although Hua Chunhua was his grandmother, he didn't have a good impression of her. Zhao Tianan nodded and looked at Zhao Yun'er with admiration in his eyes. Yes, second sister is very powerful. No one in the family had the guts to do this kind of thing. Only Zhao Yun'er did it. Zhao Tianan wondered when he would be able to be as courageous as Zhao Yun'er, and then protect the people he wanted to protect. Shin Pan'er never expected that Zhao Yun'er would do something like this. Her eyes darkened. The current Zhao Yun'er in front of her was a completely different person from before. She was thinking about whether it would be better to stand on the Zhao Yun'er side in the future. If Zhao Yun'er was extraordinary, then he had to build a good relationship with Zhao Yun'er. When Zhao Yun'er heard Hua Chunhua's curses, her eyes became colder. It seemed that Hua Chunhua hadn't taught her enough. In that case, she would continue to teach her a lesson so that she would have a deeper impression and not forget the pain after the scar healed. The scoop against Hua Chunhua's chest was lifted. When it was lifted to the top of Hua Chuanhua's head, Zhao Yun'er turned the scoop over. The feces and urine inside poured out and flowed onto Hua Chuanhua's head. Grandmother, don't call me a little b****. Otherwise, I can't guarantee that I'll feed you some feces. Zhao Yun'er threatened. Sure enough, Hua Chuanhua became well-behaved. She felt as if her whole body was immersed in a pit of feces. Fortunately, Zhao Yun'er hadn't fed her yet. Otherwise, her mouth wouldn't be able to eat anymore. Zhao Yun'er curled her lips in satisfaction. Strange people needed strange methods to deal with them. Hua Chuanhua was the kind of person who wasn't afraid of being beaten, but now she was well-behaved. It stinks. Zhao Xinhui saw the feces and urine dripping down Hua Chuanhua's hair. She quickly moved to the side, covered her chest and vomited. Chapter 326. Zhao Yun'er, how could you treat our grandmother like this? You're so heartless. At this time no one dared to help Hua Chuanhua, but Zhao Ping'er stood up. Actually, she just wanted to perform well. It was even better that no one helped Hua Chuanhua. It gave her more opportunities to perform. Hua Chuanhua would definitely talk about how good she was later. If she won Hua Chuanhua's heart, then her life in old Zhao's family would be much better in the future. Not to mention eating and drinking, the main reason she could eat more was that she could buy some beautiful clothes and jewelry for her. Just like how she treated Zhao Xinhui. In addition, when she got married, as long as Hua Chuanhua was happy, she would definitely give her more dowry than the other girls in old Zhao's family. Zhao Ping'er's behavior made Zhao Yun'er hate her even more. Was it really good to flatter like this? In order to please Hua Chuanhua, she really forgot about her own sister. However, Zhao Yun'er didn't care. Anyway, she didn't want to treat Zhao Ping'er as her sister. Mind your own business. Originally, she wanted to give face to Zhao Wenhua and Liang Jinxiao and let Zhao Ping'er go. It seemed that she didn't need to show mercy at all. Zhao Yun'er took back the scoop and scooped out a scoop of feces to throw at Zhao Ping'er. Zhao Ping'er was splashed from head to toe. Zhao Ping'er originally thought that Zhao Yun'er wouldn't treat her like this. Who knew that Zhao Yun'er really didn't care about her family when she went crazy? Zhao Ping'er's roar could be heard. If you don't want to be worse, then shut up. Otherwise, I can't guarantee that I won't feed you shit if I get angry. Zhao Yun'er warned. Mother. Zhao Ping'er looked at Liang Jinxiao pitifully. If she wanted Liang Jinxiao to discipline her, no matter what, Zhao Yun'er would definitely not splash feces on her mother. Liang Jinxiao turned his head and ignored Zhao Ping'er. Thinking about what Zhao Ping'er had done, she was also a little angry. Zhao Yun'er was Zhao Ping'er's twin sister, but Zhao Ping'er didn't care about Zhao Yun'er at all. Instead, she helped old Zhao's family to bully Zhao Yun'er. He was even more fawning over Hua Chuanhua. Seeing that Liang Jinxiao didn't stop him, Zhao Yun'er sighed in relief. Her mother wasn't too bad this time. She didn't continue to interfere in this matter. Zhao Yun'er put her hands on her waist and said, "Today, I'll leave my words here. Now that we've separated from the family, no matter how good or bad my life is in the future, you'd better not provoke me. Otherwise, don't blame me for being rude. Today is just a warning. If you push me too hard, I have more ways to torture you." After Zhao Yun'er finished speaking, she threw out the remaining feces in the bucket, causing old Zhao's courtyard to be filled with a foul smell. Even if the feces and urine in this courtyard were cleaned, the smell would definitely not dissipate for 30 to 50 days. While old Zhao's family was still in shock, Zhao Yun'er calmly carried his bucket of feces and walked in the direction of the house. After Zhao Yun'er walked far away, old Zhao's family erupted in roars again. "Mother, look, Zhao Yun'er dirted my clothes." Zhao Xinhui stomped her feet angrily. "That little b****, I'm so angry. How dare she treat me like this?" Hua Chuanhua's eyes reddened. However, after this incident, she was really afraid of Zhao Yun'er. She couldn't go to settle the score. Didn't she just suffer in silence today? Chapter 327. Of course, these were just words of anger. No matter what, a life for a life. At most, he would find a way to teach Zhao Yun'er a lesson. That little b**** is amazing now. Even if you killed her, You probably wouldn't have the ability to do so. Hua Chunhua replied. In her agitation, the feces that flowed down her face flew out. A few drops fell on Zhao Wenshui's face. Mother! Zhao Wenshui looked at his little sister and Hua Chunhua with some disgust. What are you doing? Hua Chunhua replied angrily. Mother, you and little sister are stinking. Hurry up and wash up. Otherwise, this stench won't go away. It's too disgusting. Zhao Wenshui didn't care much and spoke directly. It would have been better if he hadn't said that. Once he said that, Hua Chunhua became even angrier. She scolded Zhao Wenshui. You still have the cheek to say that? He just asked you to catch that little b*** tch Zhao Yin. Why are you standing still? Now you're disdaining me and saying that I'm stinking. I've really raised you for nothing. As Hua Chunhua spoke, she prepared to slap Zhao Wenshui with her black claws. If it was just a slap, Zhao Wenshui wouldn't have much of an opinion. He was a man, so a few slaps would be fine. But the problem was that Hua Chunhua's hands were stained with feces. If this slap landed on him, wouldn't he be stained with feces like Hua Chunhua? Zhao Wenshui quickly dodged. Mother, I was wrong. I was wrong. Don't hit me. Useless thing. Hua Chunhua glared at Zhao Wenshui, still angry. Zhao Wenshui said with a bitter face, Mother, you can't blame me alone. Big brother and the others didn't do anything either. It's all Zhao Yun'er's fault. If she didn't bring shit here, we would have caught her. Zhao Wenshu chimed in. That's right, Mom. We can't possibly be splashed with feces like you, right? This is too disgusting. Mother, you also know that I can't stand the slightest bit of uncleanliness. If this were to happen to me, wouldn't it kill me? Hua Chunhua looked at her sons in disappointment. They really knew how to find excuses. So what if they had no conscience? I've raised you for nothing, Hua Chunhua said. Now was not the time to argue with his sons. Now that he was covered in feces and urine, it was extremely disgusting. If he didn't clean himself up, he would be suffocated by the smell. Hui Ping, let's take off our clothes and take a shower later. Zhao Ping was a little excited when Hua Chunhua called her name. She seemed to have forgotten that she was covered in feces and grinned as she went up to Hua Chunhua. Grandma, go away, don't come near me. Zhao Xinhui waved at Zhao Ping in disgust. Auntie. Zhao Ping felt wronged. She was covered in feces and smelled just as bad. Now she was disdaining her. All right, go and change your clothes. You have to wash your clothes properly. Speaking of washing clothes, Zhao Xinhui vented his anger on Liang Jinxiao. Mother, Zhao Yun'er, that little b** tch splashed feces on us. We have to take off our clothes and let third sister-in-law wash them. Chapter 328. Therefore she said to Liang Jinxiao, Third brother's wife, you can wash our clothes later. Hua Chunhua's tone was firm as she ordered Liang Jinxiao. Liang Jinxiao was no different from ordinary people. He also felt disgusted when he saw feces on the clothes. Zhao Wenhua could tell that Liang Jinxiao was in a difficult position, so she helped Liang Jinxiao and said, Mother, how can you let Yun'er's mother wash these clothes? What Yun'er did has nothing to do with Yun'er's mother. What do you mean it has nothing to do with her? She didn't give birth to that little b** tch Zhao Yun'er, so she has to wash it. Mother, if I'm Yun'er's father, doesn't that mean I have to help her wash it? Why would a man like you wash clothes? But, Zhao Wenhua looked at Liang Jinxiao with heartache. What right did he have to bully Yun'er's mother like this? If old Zhao's family hadn't provoked them, Zhao Yun'er wouldn't have brought feces over. At the end of the day, his mother should be blamed for this. She was the one who caused this trouble. Now that she was the one who suffered, she was blaming others. Grandmother, I think it's better not to let third aunt wash it. Shen Pan'er stood up and said. Hua Chunhua's attitude toward Shen Pan'er was quite good. She knew that Shen Pan'er usually didn't say things casually. Since she said it, she must have her reasons. Therefore she asked patiently, Pan'er, tell me, why can't we let third aunt wash it? Grandmother, think about it. If cousin Yun'er finds out that you let her mother wash the clothes, will she come and cause trouble for us again? If she splashes feces all over the yard, we'll be in trouble. When Hua Chunhua heard this, she furrowed her brows. She was worried that what Shen Pan or said would happen. Zhao Baoshan chimed in. That's enough. This has nothing to do with third brother's wife. Naturally, it's not up to her to wash the clothes. Zhao Baoshan was the most authoritative figure in old Zhao's family. Even Hua Chunhua couldn't refute his words. Zhao Xinhui pouted. Father, if you don't let third aunt wash these clothes, I won't wash them. They're so disgusting. Obviously, Zhao Xinhui was not concerned that Liang Jinxiao had to wash her clothes, but that someone had to help her wash them. The other women in old Zhao's family were not fools either. Hearing Zhao Xinhui's words, they hurriedly said, Auntie, you can't let us wash the clothes stained with feces. We're disgusted too. Yes, it's so disgusting that I can't even eat, let alone wash it. We can do ordinary chores, but you'd better wash these clothes yourself. Sigh, Auntie, it's hard for ordinary people to touch these things. In the future, I'll help you wash your clothes. This time, when Zhao Xinhui heard this, she looked at her sisters-in-law angrily. All of them were afraid that she would push this matter to them. If they didn't help, wouldn't they be washing her own clothes? Zhao Xinhui found it hard to accept. Unfortunately, if she was wearing ordinary clothes, she would probably have thrown them away. How could she bear to part with these beautiful clothes made of cloud brocade? Hui, or you should solve your own problems. You should wash your own clothes. Don't think about troubling others. You're a grown-up girl, but you don't do any chores. Everyone in the family dotes on you. This time, your clothes are so dirty. You can't be thinking about others. You find it disgusting, but don't others find it disgusting as well? Zhao Baoshan sounded a little stern. Chapter 329. Hua Chunhua's heart ached as she looked at her daughter. Zhao Xinhui's aggrieved expression made Hua Chunhua very upset. She only had one precious daughter. So what if she spoiled her all the time? So what if she didn't do any chores? There were so many women in the family. Her precious daughter naturally didn't need to interfere. It's fine. Mother will wash you later. I'll make sure you're clean. After Hua Chunhua said this, Zhao Xinhui's bitter expression finally eased a little. She smiled at Hua Chunhua and said, Mother, thank you. You're so good to me. Of course. You're my precious daughter. If I don't treat you well, who else should I treat well? Let's go. Let's go change your clothes. I'm going to die. Old woman Hui's clothes must be washed by her own hands. Don't help her wash them. She's already so old. If she doesn't do anything when she marries into her husband's family, won't they say that our old Zhao family didn't educate her well? If you continue to spoil her like this, she'll definitely be spoiled rotten. Zhao Baoshan snorted as he spoke and glared sharply at Zhao Xinhui. Father. Zhao Xinhui bit her chin, feeling aggrieved. Old man, what's wrong with me helping Hui, or wash her clothes? Our Hui, is going to marry into a rich family and become a young mistress. She definitely doesn't need to do these chores. How is it that Hui, didn't educate her well? Must she do manual chores? Hua Chunhua defended her. You're dreaming, right? It's already good enough for Hui, to marry into a family like our old Zhao family. You still want her to marry into a rich family? Don't you know how old she is? Today, she must wash her own clothes. Later, she'll have to learn how to do some chores in the old Zhao family. Zhao Baoshan said and went into the house. It seemed that he didn't want to talk to Hua Chunhua anymore. The daughters-in-law of old Zhao's other branches were somewhat gloating. For so many years, their sister-in-law had been waited on all day and did nothing. It was inevitable that they felt somewhat unhappy. They agreed with what Zhao Baoshan said. At Zhao Xinhui's age, her looks were a little better, but if she wanted to marry into a rich family, she wouldn't be able to. Only Hua Chunhua treated Zhao Xinhui as a treasure, and thought that Zhao Xinhui was destined to be a young mistress. Mother, what should we do? Zhao Xinhui asked angrily. Hui, you know your father's temper as well. You have to do as he says so that he won't get angry. Mother. All right. Let's go and wash it. Draw a few more buckets of water. We won't be able to wash it clean all of a sudden. Eldest brother, second brother, go and fetch the water. Hua Chunhua called out. Zhao Wenshui declined. Mother, we haven't eaten yet. I'm tired from working all day. I don't have the energy to fetch water. Mother, you know that my body isn't very good. You and younger sister will probably use a lot of water. I don't think I can move it. Zhao Wenshi hurriedly found an excuse when he heard Zhao Wenshui's words. Hu Chunhua was about to throw a tantrum when Zhao Wenhua said, Mother, I'll go then. Zhao Wenhua went into the kitchen, took the buckets of water, and walked towards the river. Eldest brother, second brother, look at how lazy you are. You guys don't do anything. Sometimes you should learn from third brother. This time, Hu Chunhua said something to the third branch, which was rare for her. After all, Zhao Wenhua was her biological son. It was normal for her to be biased. Sometimes, she felt that Zhao Wenhua was more filial and would inevitably be touched. Chapter 330. Li Chuiying said. Seeing her man being scolded by Hu Chunhua, she couldn't help but feel a little uncomfortable. Don't talk about should or shouldn't. Anyway, eldest brother and second brother are sometimes heartless. After Hu Chunhua finished speaking, she went into the house. She prepared to take a good bath. The smell was really unbearable. Mother, I'd better go to the river to wash. This can't be washed clean in the bathtub, Zhao Xinhui said. No matter how many times she washed the bathtub, there would probably be some residue. Of course, she couldn't wash it too many times. After all, it wasn't easy to carry water back. Huier, how can you wash by the river? If this is seen by others, your reputation won't be good. Hu Chunhua frowned and reminded him. After all, Zhao Xinhui was still a virgin and unmarried girl. Even if she was married and someone saw her bathing, she would be laughed at. Mother, it's okay. I'll be careful and not let anyone see. I'll wash upstream. There aren't many people there. Won't you catch a cold? What if you catch a cold? Hu Chunhua still looked a little worried. However, Zhao Xinhui said firmly, Mother, it's fine if I catch a cold. It's better than being smelly to death, right? Alright then. Huier, be careful. Don't let anyone see you. Got it, Mother. Zhao Xinhui ran into the house and took a set of clean clothes. She put it in a bag and brought it with her. She would wash up by the river later, and change into clean clothes directly. After Zhao Xinhui left, and Hu Chunhua went into the house, the stench in old Zhao's yard faded a little. However, the smell of feces on the ground still wafted out from time to time. Looking at the feces in the yard, old Zhao's family members didn't want to clean it up. They felt disgusted. They didn't even have the appetite to eat dinner. They didn't know if Zhao Yun or splash feces into the yard when she splashed the water. Anyway, it was safer not to eat. However, if they didn't eat, they would starve. Shenpan carried Zhao Yangyang into the house. She really couldn't stand the stench and disgusting scene outside. Zhao Yangyang looked at Shenpan pitifully. Mother, I'm hungry. It's fine. Mother has food. Bring some snacks for Yangyang. Shenpan said as she pulled out some pastries from the cabinet. These were all good things, and they were not available in the countryside. If her aunt saw it, she would probably snatch it and eat it, so she hid it and didn't show it. Now that Zhao Yangyang was hungry, she made some food for Zhao Yangyang. Her parents had asked Zhao Tianlong to bring the pastries back. From time to time, her parents would give her some good pastries. If he really relied on old Zhao's family, he didn't know what kind of hard life he would have to endure these years. Zhao Yangyang ate the pastries happily. Zhao Tianlong said, Pan, you haven't eaten dinner yet. Eat some pastries to fill your stomach. Otherwise I'll be hungry. Shenpan shook her head. It's fine. Leave it for Yangyang. Why don't you eat something so that you won't go hungry tonight? Zhao Tianlong walked over to Shenpan and pulled her into his embrace with heartache. Pan, you're the best. You've suffered by following me. When I pass the exams, I'll definitely treat you well. It's fine. It's not bitter. Shenpan snuggled into Zhao Tianlong's embrace. I believe that you'll be successful, so I don't feel bitter. Zhao Tianlong was exceptionally moved. He hugged the person in his embrace even tighter. Come eat some snacks. Shenpan pulled Zhao Tianlong. Chapter 331. Shenpan blushed and leaned against Zhao Tianlong's chest. She whispered, Hubby, when did you learn to be so indecent? I'm only decent when I'm outside. Why should I be decent when I'm with my wife? Zhao Tianlong whispered into Shen Pan's ear. His warm breath landed on Shen Pan's neck and tickled her. Her body also reacted. Hubby, let's wait until Yang Yang is asleep. We have to be quiet. Yes, I know. He was a man after all. Thinking that he would be away for a long time this time, Zhao Tianlong was prepared to do it all night. Shen Pan suddenly thought of something and said to Zhao Tianlong, Hubby, when you go to town tomorrow, let Yun'er's donkey send you. It's only 30 copper coins. We'll pay for it ourselves. Grandmother probably won't pay for it. If there's a conflict now, I'm afraid you'll be the one who gets tired. Zhao Tianlong nodded. Okay, then we'll pay for it ourselves. Yes. Hubby, I feel that Yun'er is a little different now. You have to build a good relationship with her. Don't get too close, but don't offend her either. What Zhao Yun'er had done today, Zhao Tianlong had also seen it and agreed. Okay, I know. Zhao Yun'er carried the dung bucket and returned home. Although she wasn't splashed with dung, there was still a faint stench. After handling dung for so long, it was normal for her body to be stained with the stench. No, she had to take a shower and change her clothes. When Zhao Yun'er returned, Mu Lianfeng welcomed her. He smiled at Zhao Yun'er and said, Miss Yun'er, are you done with your big matter? When Mu Lianfeng said that, Zhao Yun'er felt a little guilty. If Mu Lianfeng knew what she did, who knew what Mu Lianfeng would think? I'm done. What's wrong? Zhao Yun'er asked. Nothing, I was just asking. I saw that you were gone for quite a while. Mu Lianfeng took a few more steps forward. Zhao Yun'er hurriedly stepped back, afraid that Mu Lianfeng would smell the smell on her body. When Mu Lianfeng saw that Zhao Yun'er was deliberately avoiding him, he was slightly stunned, and a trace of sadness appeared in his eyes. Did Zhao Yun'er hate him? So she wanted to keep a distance from him? Miss Yun'er, why are you hiding from me? Mu Lianfeng thought for a while, but still managed to sniff her out. He felt uncomfortable keeping this matter bottled up in his heart. As a man, he should be more direct. No, I'm not hiding from you. Zhao Yun'er quickly explained. Did he make Mu Lianfeng misunderstand him again? But why is Miss Yun'er keeping such a distance from me? Zhao Yun'er frowned. Sure enough, this guy was thinking too much. In order to make Mu Lianfeng not think too much, Zhao Yun'er still told him the matter. At most, it would be a little embarrassing. It was fine. Young Master Mu, I got feces just now, so I'm afraid that there will be a smell on my body. If you get close to me, won't you be smelly? After Zhao Yun'er finished speaking, the corners of Mu Lianfeng's mouth curled up. His originally depressed mood finally improved a lot. However, looking at Zhao Yun'er's serious expression when she explained to him, Mu Lianfeng felt that the Zhao Yun'er in front of him was unusually cute. So he took a step forward and arrived in front of Zhao Yun'er. Zhao Yun'er was so scared that she took a few steps back. Unfortunately, she was already in the corner and couldn't move at all. Chapter 332. Zhao Yun'er's head was under Mu Lianfeng's chin. There was a huge difference in height between the two of them. Zhao Yun'er was surrounded by Mu Lianfeng's scent. Her mind went blank for a moment before she reacted. Was Mu Lianfeng crazy? What was he trying to do? They were so close to each other. Could it be that he wanted to do something to her? Countless thoughts popped up in Zhao Yun'er's mind. She tightened her clothes a little nervously. On second thought, if Mu Lianfeng really wanted to do something to her, it didn't seem like she would be at a disadvantage. Mu Gongzi, what are you trying to do? Don't be rash. Let's talk things over. Mu Lianfeng was amused by Zhao Yun'er. Was she imagining things? Mu Lianfeng was afraid that he would scare Zhao Yun'er, so he gently explained. Yun'er, I want you to know that I won't despise you. If there's a smell on your body, then so be it. Don't be so far away from me. Zhao Yun'er raised her head and looked at the man who was as tall as a mountain in front of her. She felt a little complicated. She didn't understand what Mu Lianfeng meant. What did it mean for Mu Lianfeng to treat her like this? Was she really thinking too much? Was it really okay to be so ambiguous? While Zhao Yun'er was in a daze, Mu Lianfeng's hand uncontrollably moved towards Zhao Yun'er's face. He gently touched Zhao Yun'er's face. It was soft and very comfortable. Mu Lianfeng's sudden action also stunned Zhao Yun'er. The strange thing was that she didn't dodge. Instead, she allowed Mu Lianfeng to touch her face. Instead, she enjoyed Mu Lianfeng's gentleness. The atmosphere between the two of them suddenly became much more ambiguous. Zhao Yun'er screamed in her heart that she was crazy. Yun'er. Mu Lianfeng murmured softly. Mu Lianfeng lowered his head to look at Zhao Yun'er's face and Zhao Yun'er's lips. He swallowed his saliva and had the urge to kiss Zhao Yun'er. He knew that he couldn't do that. His remaining wits were controlling him. He was truly possessed. Why did he have such a strange feeling? Mu Lianfeng's breath blew on Zhao Yun'er's face, making Zhao Yun'er a little itchy. His heart couldn't help but thump. Zhao Yun'er was pressed against the wall by Mu Lianfeng, and she couldn't get away. Mu Lianfeng's affectionate eyes made Zhao Yun'er somewhat unable to control herself. Was it really okay to flirt with her like this? With such a handsome face? Wasn't he afraid that she would turn into a hungry wolf? After all, she had been single for 2 lifetimes. She also wanted to be in a relationship and have a man. If she met someone she liked, she was really willing to consider it. Daddy, Mommy, what are you doing? Daodu came in from outside and asked curiously when he saw the two of them in such a position. Zhao Yun'er coughed awkwardly and reminded Mu Lianfeng. Mu Lianfeng very indifferently pushed a few steps forward and said to Daodu, "It's nothing. There was a mosquito circling around your mommy's head just now. Daddy helped to kill it." Daodu believed him and nodded heavily. "How about this?" "Thank you, Daddy. Mosquitoes are too annoying. They used to bite Daodu's arm a few times." "Yes, so we can't let your mommy get bitten." When Zhao Yun'er heard Mu Lianfeng's words, she secretly shook her head. Sure enough, these words could only fool a 3-year-old. Who would believe a normal person? "I'm going to take a shower first. You guys can go outside for a while. I'll be quick. If I don't take a shower, I'll probably feel uncomfortable. I'll cook for you guys after I'm done, so dinner might be a little late tonight. You guys won't be hungry, right?" "Mommy, it's okay. Daodu isn't hungry." Chapter 333. "Miss Yun'er, why don't you go and wash up first? I'm not very hungry. I ate a lot for lunch." Zhao Yun'er nodded. Since both of them said so, it was good. Zhao Yun'er hurried out of the house. She still felt very embarrassed when she thought about it. She couldn't help but think about how Mu Lianfeng treated her. On the other hand, Zhao Xinhui hurriedly ran to the river. She was afraid that she would meet someone on the way and acted like a thief. She couldn't be blamed for being too careful. She couldn't be careless at all. If someone saw her covered in feces and urine, they would laugh at her to death. Finally, they reached the riverside. Zhao Xinhui went upstream. The river here was slightly shallower. It only reached her thighs. The river water flowed down from the mountain. Zhao Xinhui looked around. After confirming that there was no one around, she put the clean clothes she prepared in the grass and slowly went into the river. As the river water washed away a lot of feces on her body, there were a few white and tender maggots floating on the river surface. Zhao Xinhui felt disgusted for a while. She hurriedly washed the feces and urine on her clothes. When she was almost done, she went ashore and took off her clothes. She still had to wash up properly. If she didn't take off her clothes, she wouldn't be able to wash clean. Although she was naked, at least there was no one around. No one could see her when she sank into the river. When she came, she brought some soap. It was enough to wash her clothes and wipe her body. Zhao Xinhui was afraid that even if she washed up, the smell on her body wouldn't go away immediately. The soap had a refreshing fragrance. At least it could neutralize the smell, so it wouldn't be so smelly. So dirty, so smelly. Zhao Xinhui complained in her heart as she washed up. That little b*tch Zhao Yun'er treated her like this. She definitely wouldn't let her have a good life. Zhao Xinhui didn't know that when she was washing in the river, she had been watched by a pair of eyes in the grass. After she washed her body from head to toe, she couldn't stand the coldness of the water anymore and went ashore. But when he got ashore, he was surprised to find that his clothes were gone. Not only were the clean clothes gone, but the brocade clothes were also gone. She wanted to rub it with the soap. He looked around but didn't find anything. Zhao Xinhui was a little nervous. Wasn't it obvious that someone had stolen his clothes? What should he do now? Now that she didn't even have a single piece of clothing, wouldn't she be trapped here and unable to go back? She didn't know when old Zhao's family would find out that she hadn't returned. She also didn't know how long it would take to find her. The main thing was that she couldn't stay here forever. If someone came, wouldn't she be seen naked? Where are the clothes? Where are my clothes? Who took my clothes? Zhao Xinhui muttered. She was so anxious that she almost cried. Motherf asterisk Kerr, who's so wicked? If I find out who it is, I'll definitely peel off their skin and feed their flesh to the dogs. As soon as Zhao Xinhui finished speaking, she heard a rustling sound from the grass. After a while, a person suddenly came out, startling Zhao Xinhui. Zhao Xinhui hurriedly ran into the river again. She could only stay in the river so that she wouldn't be seen. The person who came was Lu San. Lu San smiled vulgarly and said to Zhao Xinhui, "Little girl, why are you hiding? I've seen you all over just now." Chapter 334. She also knew Lu San. After all, they were from the same village. Zhao Xinhui also knew some rumors about Lu San. How could her body be seen by such a disgusting person? Lu San smiled wretchedly again. "Little girl, don't be afraid. I won't hurt you. Come here, I'll take good care of you." Zhao Xinhui saw Lu San's eyes staring straight at her, and she felt disgusted. If he was handsome, it would be fine, but she couldn't stand such an ugly man. "Hurry up and give me back my clothes," Zhao Xinhui ordered angrily. "That won't do, little girl. We haven't had enough fun yet. How can I give you back your clothes so quickly? What do you want?" Zhao Xinhui was angry and anxious. If this was seen by others, not to mention whether there would be any misunderstandings between her and Lu San, if word got out that she was seen by another man, she didn't know what would happen in the future. "Little girl, I don't want to do anything. Come up, and I'll give you the clothes." Lu San coaxed her with a smile and waved the clothes in his hand. Zhao Xinhui bit her lower lip and glared at Lu San angrily. "Just put down my clothes and get out of here." Tisk tsk. "Little girl, you have a hot temper. I like it. But if you don't come up, I won't give you the clothes. Little girl, it's cold in the water. It's uncomfortable. Hurry up and come up." Lu San thought that he had Zhao Xinhui's clothes in his hands, so he felt that he had something on Zhao Xinhui. He wasn't afraid that Zhao Xinhui wouldn't obey him obediently. Zhao Xinhui wasn't a fool. If she went up, what could a person like Lu San do to her? But if she didn't go up, Lu San wouldn't give her clothes. She couldn't stay in the water like this. "Lu San, don't go overboard. Otherwise, I'll tell Li Zheng about this and see if he will punish you," Zhao Xinhui threatened. Lu San pretended to be scared. Okay, little girl, forget it. I'll return the clothes to you. I'll leave them here. You can wear them yourself." Lu San put down his clothes and went into the grass. After a while, there was no movement. Zhao Yuner stayed for 2 or 3 minutes. After confirming that there was no sound, she went ashore and quickly put on her clothes. But as soon as she put it on, Lu San rushed out and pounced on Zhao Xinhui, pressing Zhao Xinhui under his body. "Hee, little girl, now I've caught you." Lu San laughed wretchedly. Zhao Xinhui exclaimed. How could he have known that this was a trap? After exclaiming, Zhao Xinhui quickly lowered her voice. Her voice was too loud and attracted other people. If they were seen, it would be over. "Get away from me. Little girl, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. I'll be gentle." As Lu San spoke, he started to get touchy with Zhao Xinhui. Looking at Zhao Xinhui's handsome face and white and tender body, Lu San felt a wave of heat on his body. He couldn't wait to take off his pants. Playing with such a woman would probably be very pleasurable, right? Zhao Xinhui's eyes were filled with fear. She knew a little about this kind of thing. If Lu San played with her, wouldn't her chastity be ruined? "Big brother, please let me go. Don't touch me, okay?" Chapter 335. As he spoke, Lu San couldn't wait to bend down and touch her with his hands. Zhao Xinhui was a girl, so she couldn't struggle at all. She could only let Lu San touch her. The place where Lu San touched trembled. It was an indescribable feeling. This was the first time Lu San had touched such a beautiful woman like Zhao Xinhui, so he was in high spirits. Just as he was about to rush forward, he suddenly heard the voices of a few women not far away. Although he couldn't hear what the women were saying, the footsteps were getting closer and closer. They were walking in their direction. Lu San wasn't afraid of anything. If he was seen by others, he would have a witness to bully Zhao Xinhui, and he wouldn't be able to bear the consequences. Lu San hurriedly let go of Zhao Xinhui, who was on the ground, and slipped into the grass with his pants. Zhao Xinhui heaved a sigh of relief, but it was too late to put on her clothes. People were coming, and she didn't know if there were any men. She quickly went into the river again, and only her head was exposed. In less than a minute, a few women walked over and saw Zhao Xinhui in the water. I knew there must be someone upstream. Look, this old Zhao's daughter is actually bathing in the river. Io, she's really so shameless. An unmarried girl bathing in the river. Isn't she afraid of being seen? Isn't that so? She doesn't know shame anyway. She probably thinks it doesn't matter if someone sees her. Sigh, if it was my daughter, wouldn't I be angered to death? The chatter of these women fell into Zhao Xinhui's ears. Zhao Xinhui couldn't bear to hear these women talk about her like that. Her temper immediately flared up. What does it have to do with you where I'm bathing? You're so nosy. Oh, Zhao Xinhui, you lass, you're still acting so self-righteous. We can't control you if you're bathing here. Only your parents can discipline you for such a shameful and shameless thing. But Zhao Xinhui, you're in the wrong if you dirty the water downstream while you're bathing. We still have to wash the vegetables and clothes. You just dropped a lot of feces and maggots. Did you fall into a cesspool? Upon hearing the woman's question, Zhao Xinhui immediately felt guilty. She didn't expect that the dirty things she washed off her body would also flow downstream with the water. And these people actually came looking for him. She had been splashed with feces, so she had pretty much fallen into a cesspool. What nonsense are you talking about? What do you mean by I fell into a cesspool? What do you mean by I dirted the water? Don't casually accuse others, okay? Zhao Xinhui quibbled. You're the only one upstream. Who else could it be? Zhao Xinhui, if you fell into a cesspit, then you fell into a cesspit. You're too embarrassed to admit it. Ah, look, there's still some feces on her clothes. Now you have nothing to say, right? How wicked. She even dirted the water. How can someone do such a thing? Sigh, isn't it embarrassing to say it out loud? This is the first time I've seen such a weirdo. No wonder she can't get married, even though she's already so old. Who would dare to want such a woman? These women were merciless when they criticized her. They belittled Zhao Xinhui to the point that she was useless. Zhao Xinhui was so angry that she was going crazy. This was too much. However, her mouth was no match for these women's mouths. Chapter 336. This was the first time she had seen someone fall into a *T pit. It wasn't easy for her to find something to laugh about. Naturally, she couldn't stop laughing when she encountered it. Forget it, forget it. Zhao Xinhui, we won't argue with you. Take your time to wash up. It's best if you wash up properly. Don't keep the smell of feces on your body. That's right. Rub it hard. No man wants a girl if she stinks. Ha ha ha. After having enough fun, these people slowly dispersed. Zhao Xinhui had never been humiliated by such people. Even if she had fallen into a *T pit, she wouldn't have been so angry. After those people left, Zhao Xinhui hurriedly went ashore and put on her clothes. Youngest aunt, youngest aunt. Zhao Xinhui heard Zhao Ping calling her. Zhao Ping, went to Zhao Xinhui and heaved a sigh of relief. Youngest aunt, Grandma asked me to come over and take a look. You've been washing for so long. Why haven't you gone back yet? I also came over to wash my clothes. Zhao Ping, said with a hint of flattery in her tone. You're done washing up so quickly. Zhao Xinhui glanced at Zhao Ping. Wasn't this too fast? Zhao Ping smiled and took a step forward. Yes, youngest aunt. I've washed a few times. Zhao Xinhui took a few steps back in disgust and said fiercely to Zhao Ping. Go away, go away. Don't come near me. You've only washed a few times. How is it clean? You're so dirty. Don't touch me with your dirty hands. Zhao Ping pursed her lips. So be it if she didn't want to come near her. Did she really think that she wanted to get close to her? She despised her for being dirty, but she had also been splashed with feces. It was really the pot calling the kettle black. She didn't know how Zhao Xinhui felt. Youngest aunt, are you done washing your clothes? You should go back quickly, or grandma will be worried. Zhao Yun'er said. Zhao Xinhui stuffed the wet clothes into Zhao Ping's hands and said to Zhao Ping, here. Help me wash them. I'm going back. It's so cold. Zhao Xinhui's tone didn't allow Zhao Ping to refuse. But auntie, our master said to let you wash it yourself. Zhao Ping pouted, her face filled with reluctance. What right did she have to bully her? Zhao Xinhui didn't want to wash it, but she didn't want to either. It was so dirty that it would probably be disgusting to wash it. If we don't say anything, who will know? Why do you have so much nonsense to say? Zhao Xinhui glared at Zhao Ping. Zhao Ping didn't dare to offend Zhao Xinhui, so she could only purse her lips and nod. Okay then, youngest aunt, I'll wash it. There's still soap on the ground. Wash it clean for me. My clothes are expensive. Don't ruin them. After Zhao Xinhui said that, she swaggered away. Lu San, who was guarding in the bushes, felt that it was a pity that Zhao Xinhui left. However, he couldn't do anything to the two girls just now. Fortunately, Zhao Xinhui was gone, but Zhao Ping was still there. Lu San could only see Zhao Ping's back. Seeing that Zhao Ping's figure was quite good, he licked his lips. He couldn't miss this opportunity again. Thus, he carefully crawled out of the bushes and walked towards Zhao Ping. He approached Zhao Ping gently and hugged her from behind. Zhao Ping was shocked. Who are you? Little girl, don't be afraid. I won't hurt you. I just want to do something comfortable with you. Lu San laughed vulgarly. However, she suddenly smelled a stench. Chapter 337. This stench seemed to be coming from Zhao Ping's body. The closer he got, the stronger the stench became. Lu San felt nauseous. Why was this woman so smelly? Lu San's original desire dissipated a lot. But he especially wanted to play with this woman. She was a little smelly, but at least she was a human. Compared to his own wife, Lu San was more willing to play with Zhao Ping. Zhao Ping was hugged by the man, and she immediately understood what Lu San meant by comfortable. Let go of me. You want to take advantage of me? No way. Zhao Ping turned around and spat on Lu San's face. This saliva just happened to spray on Lu San's face. This saliva made Lu San very disgusted. Compared to the stench on her body, it was a little smelly. Lu San felt strange. Why was a woman smelly everywhere? Not only was her body smelly, but her mouth was also smelly. In this way, how could he make a move on her? What made Lu San lose interest was when he saw Zhao Ping's face. The eye-catching birthmark on her face startled Lu San, who looked like a ghost. Lu San took a few steps back and patted his chest, as if he was still in shock. After seeing Zhao Ping's face, Lu San could only admire any man who could make a move on her. You stinky woman, who wants to make a move on you? You're really unlucky. You're smelly and ugly. As Lu San spoke, he patted his clothes dispiritedly, nodded, and left. It was all those women's fault. He didn't get Zhao Xinhui because of them. He wouldn't want Zhao Ping, even if she offered herself to him. After Lu San left, although no one took advantage of her, Zhao Ping felt even worse than being taken advantage of. He sniffed his own body, wanting to know if it was really that smelly. If he smelled it carefully, he could indeed smell it. But she had already washed it a few times. She couldn't possibly wash it again, right? Moreover, boiling hot water was a waste of firewood. Her grandmother wouldn't let her wash too much. As for her face, what could she do? Was she to be blamed for being ugly? Lu San's words, "Who wants to mess with her?" were still lingering in her mind. Was there really no man who wanted her in this lifetime? She really couldn't get married? Zhao Ping fell into an unprecedented melancholy and began to doubt herself. The next morning, Zhao Yin'er drove her little donkey to Aunt Lu's house. Early in the morning, the donkey looked as if it hadn't woken up yet. It looked reluctant and Zhao Yin'er couldn't pull it away even when she pulled on the rope. Although he wasn't big, his strength wasn't weak. Xiaomao, what's wrong? Why are you throwing a tantrum? Zhao Yin'er patted Xiaomao's head. However, Furry dodged somewhat arrogantly. Hey, you're really throwing a tantrum. Do you not want to help me get people? Xiaomao blinked as if it was nodding. This little bee asterisk starred. Zhao Yin'er deeply suspected that she had bought a donkey spirit back. It probably wouldn't work if she forced Xiaomao to leave. This little donkey had a temper. Zhao Yin'er could only coax it. Xiaomao, do you know? When I was at my most difficult time, it was Aunt Lu's family who helped me. Now that Uncle Lu is sick and has to go to Yang City, you have to help me get people to see a doctor. Be good. I'll make braised pork for you when you come back. Xiaomao considered for a moment and didn't make a fuss. It cooperated with Zhao Yin'er and walked towards Aunt Lu's house. Chapter 338. Fortunately, the donkey agreed. Otherwise, they would not be able to send Aunt Lu to Yang City today. When they reached Aunt Lu's house, Lu Shan carried Uncle Lu out. Zhao Yin'er cushioned the cart with some straw. This way, it would be softer and Uncle Lu would not feel uncomfortable lying on it. Shui, your little donkey seems a little small. Can it fit the three of us? There's also a bullfrog that weighs dozens of catties. Being questioned by Aunt Lu, Little Mao barked a few times at Aunt Lu. Yin'er girl, what's wrong with your little donkey? Aunt Lu was stunned. She had never seen a donkey like this. Zhao Yin'er seemed to understand why Little Mao barked at Aunt Lu. Little Mao was probably angry because Aunt Lu doubted its ability. Thus, she patted Little Mao's head and smiled at Aunt Lu. Aunt Lu, don't underestimate my Little Mao because it's small. It's very strong. When the time comes, it can run very fast even if it pulls the three of us. Zhao Yin'er was just bragging about Xiao Mao to satisfy Xiao Mao's vanity. When Little Mao pulled them, if it was not like Zhao Yin'er bragging, it would be embarrassing itself. Of course, it was also good to dampen Little Mao's spirit and make it control its temper. Haha, how about this? It doesn't look very big, but it's actually so powerful. Yin'er, then your money was well spent. I think so too, Zhao Yin'er replied. This donkey spirit was indeed not something that could be bought with 1 or 2 taels of silver. Mother, if you can't do it alone, let Yin'er bring a letter back. We'll go then. Lu Shan reminded before leaving. Aunt Lu nodded. I know. Don't worry. I'll take good care of your father. The little donkey ran, which was beyond Zhao Yin'er's expectations. It really ran quite fast. It ran faster than when it pulled Zhao Yin'er along. Soon, Zhao Yin'er and Auntie Lu arrived at Yang City. Xiao Mao, there are many people in the city. Slow down. Don't run into people. Zhao Yin'er said to Xiao Mao. They had already seen its ability, so there was no need for it to show off in front of her and Aunt Lu. The streets of Yang City were not like the countryside. People came and went. If some people did not move out of the way in time, they would probably be hit. Although Xiao Mao's speed and lethality were not as good as a horse carriage, if it hit someone, it would still be troublesome. She didn't have that much money to pay for his medical bills. However, Xiao Mao completely ignored Zhao Yin'er's words and continued to rush forward with an arrogant look. Zhao Yin'er was a little tired and speechless. Damn it, she bought a little donkey but it was still disobedient and had to be coaxed. How was she going to coax Xiao Mao to stop now? Zhao Yin'er's eyes turned, and she patted Xiao Mao's butt. Xiao Mao, I know you're strong, but seeing you run such a long distance makes my heart ache. If you tire yourself out, I'll cry to death. Anyway, we're not in a hurry. Slow down. Aunt Lu finally came here. Why don't you let her see the bustling streets? Xiao Mao slowed down a little, as if it had heard Zhao Yin'er's words. Zhao Yin'er sighed in relief. As expected, Xiao Mao had to be like this. However, before Zhao Yin'er could relax for a minute, a horse carriage came running from the side. Move, move. The person driving the carriage shouted. Chapter 339. After taking a look, it turned its head away arrogantly, and could not be bothered with the carriage that was running over. Zhao Yun, was instantly anxious. Was little Mao tired of living? Didn't it see the carriage rushing over? It was such a big carriage. If it was hit, wouldn't it send their donkey cart flying? Uncle Lu's illness might not have caused him to lose his life, but in the end, this time, he was hit to death. Just thinking about it made Zhao Yun, feel a little vexed. Little Mao, you can't be too willful at this time. Quickly move aside. Little Mao, don't be willful, okay? My life is in your hands now. Little Mao, okay, I beg you. Can you move aside? I'll make some red braised pork for you to eat later. Furry still had an unhappy look on its face. Zhao Yun was a little anxious. This little beast was too disobedient. It was even harder to discipline than a naughty child. It was not moved by force or persuasion. Seeing that the carriage was getting closer and closer, Zhao Yun could not abandon the carriage and jump down. Moreover, Uncle Lu was still in the carriage. She could not jump down together with Uncle Lu. This little Mao. She must discipline it later. It would cause trouble for her at the crucial moment. As the carriage got closer and closer, the coachman on the carriage was already shouting. The donkey in front, quickly move aside. You're running so slowly and blocking the middle of the road. Are you tired of living? If you know what's good for you, quickly move aside. Don't block the path of my young mistress. After hearing the coachman shouting, Zhao Yun frowned and felt a little unhappy. Even if she was blocking the path, this path was for everyone to take. What right did he have to have such an attitude? Couldn't he speak properly? Little Mao seemed to have understood what the coachman behind it said and rushed forward even faster. The carriage that was slowly approaching was actually left far behind by Xiao Mao. Zhao Yun was also a little confused by this sudden situation. Was she hallucinating? Why did little Mao's short legs seem to be flying? This speed was even faster than a horse carriage. Zhao Yun could roughly guess that because of the coachman's words, Xiao Mao's self-esteem was hurt. Therefore, he ran even faster than the horse carriage to save some face. Zhao Yun was really afraid that little Mao would be exhausted. It was completely beyond common sense. Yun girl, why is your little donkey flying? Auntie Lu was also surprised. Zhao Yun spread her hands and said, I don't know, maybe Xiao Mao is more powerful. Zhao Yun couldn't explain it for a while. I think Furry has become a spirit. Only a donkey spirit can fly like this. It was really possible. After all, everything about Xiao Mao was beyond common sense. A beast that could understand human language. The donkey that only ate grass actually liked to eat meat? At this moment, he even ran past a horse. The coachman behind was also stunned by little Mao. He rubbed his eyes in disbelief. This donkey can run faster than a horse? And such a small one? God, the world was starting to become a little chaotic. What's wrong? A woman's voice came from the carriage and asked the coachman. Me. Young mistress, there's a little donkey running in front of us. Then overtake it. Don't block my way. Chapter 340. The person in the carriage was silent for a few seconds. Then, she lifted the curtains and looked ahead. What she saw shocked her. How could this be? However, when she caught a glimpse of the familiar figure on the donkey cart, the woman's eyebrows knitted together. She muttered, It's her? Morong Shuang ordered the coachman. Hurry up and overtake them. Isn't it embarrassing to be left behind by a little donkey? The coachman was a little embarrassed. He quickly waved his whip and rushed forward. This time they really had to fight. A horse could not outrun a donkey. They would definitely be laughed at when they returned. Zhao Yun, who was sitting on the donkey cart, shouted at the top of her lungs. Everyone make way. Sorry, make way. Don't bump into you. I'm really sorry. My Xiao Mao has gone crazy. Xiao Mao was a little dissatisfied with Zhao Yun's comment. What did she mean by it going crazy? She was clearly trying to save face, okay? It had to let the other horses know how powerful it was, and not to underestimate it. The carriage behind them sped up, but it still kept a distance from Xiao Mao. Zhao Yun was a little anxious. They couldn't keep running. Xiao Mao, stop at the intersection in front. We've arrived at our destination. Don't let me pass you. Xiao Mao had been showing off for a while and showed the carriage that they couldn't outrun it. When it heard Zhao Yin'er's words, it really stopped at the intersection in front. Zhao Yin'er thought that the carriage would pass by if she made way. However, she didn't expect the carriage to suddenly stop as well. Zhao Yin'er looked at the carriage vigilantly. Could it be that the person inside was angry from embarrassment and wanted to cause trouble for her? With worry in her heart, Zhao Yin'er saw a woman coming down from the carriage. It was Morong Shuang. This world was really small. This woman couldn't stand her. She was most likely here to cause trouble. As expected, Morong Shuang walked in front of Zhao Yin'er. She raised her head and said to Zhao Yin'er, "How dare you block my carriage? Do you want to die?" Zhao Yin'er felt that Morong Shuang was just looking for trouble, so she replied with some displeasure. "Miss, I'll have to trouble you to speak clearly. If you want to cause trouble, just say it. Don't use this excuse. What do you mean I'm blocking your way? Is this road yours? Is your carriage faster than my Xiao Mao's? If that's not the case, why do you say I'm blocking your way?" Zhao Yin'er's words were reasonable, and Morong Shuang naturally had no reason to refute. However, she was looking for trouble with Zhao Yin'er. She said with a temper, "I am a noble lady. You are just a country woman. Naturally, you can't run in front of me. If I ask you to give way, you have to give way." Zhao Yin'er sneered. "Aren't you being too unreasonable? Can't people from the countryside walk on this road? Then the government will set up a checkpoint. Those who aren't as noble as you, miss, shouldn't come here." Zhao Yin'er and Morong Shuang's argument attracted a lot of onlookers. Xiao Mao's performance just now was too attractive. So when Xiao Mao stopped, the people on the road came over curiously. Hearing the conversation between Zhao Yin'er and Morong Shuang, they were dissatisfied with Morong Shuang. "That's right. This girl is right. The road is built by the government. Everyone can walk on it. Now she's using her status to oppress others. Where does this logic come from? Isn't she just relying on her status as a miss? Does she think that everyone can give in to her?" Zhao Yin'er also raised her hand and slapped Morong Shuang's face. Her action was swift, and it happened in the blink of an eye. However, the sound was very loud. Slap! The onlookers heard it clearly. A red palm print suddenly appeared on Morong Shuang's fair and tender face. Morong Shuang was stunned by Zhao Yin'er's sudden action. It was only when she felt the burning pain on her face that she realized that she had been slapped by Zhao Yin'er. Chapter 342. At first, Morong Shuang felt wronged enough. However, the people around her started to shout, "Well done! Such an unreasonable person needs to be taught a lesson." "What, miss? Don't vent your anger on irrelevant people when you're outside. She's not your servant. Why should she give in to you?" This time, not only was she beaten, but she was also humiliated. "Miss, you'd better leave now. The more people there are, the more humiliated you will be." Morong Shuang was frightened by Zhao Yin'er's words. Being beaten was a small matter, but a person of her status could not afford to be humiliated. She glared at Zhao Yin'er unwillingly. "Just you wait." Seeing Morong Shuang leave, Zhao Yin'er breathed a sigh of relief. "Aunt Lu, let's go. Send Uncle Lu to the medical center," Zhao Yin'er said. "Okay," Auntie Lu replied. Looking at the direction Morong Shuang left, she was a little worried. It was all her fault. What if she caused trouble for Zhao Yin'er in the future? What if she caused trouble for Zhao Yin'er in the future? Seeing Aunt Lu's worry, Zhao Yin'er comforted her. "It's okay, Aunt Lu. She won't do anything to me. I didn't do anything. She can't violate the laws of our Dezhou country to harm me, right?" Aunt Lu sighed. "Little Yin, or that's what you say, but it's better if we don't offend people with such status. What if they play some tricks? What would we do? It's useless to worry now. Let nature take its course." "Okay." Zhao Yin'er sent Uncle Lu to the medical center. She estimated that he would have to stay in Yang City for a few days for treatment. After all, the illness could not be cured in a short time. Fortunately, she could send Bullfrog every day now. She had a daily income, so she was not worried about Uncle Lu's medical expenses. He went to the Fulian restaurant to deliver Bullfrog because he was delayed by Uncle Lu, so he was a little late today. When Zhao Yuner arrived at the entrance of the restaurant, she unexpectedly saw Qin Hailan. Qin Hailan was carrying a basket on her back and was walking out of the restaurant with a cheerful look on her face. What was she doing here? A bad premonition rose in Zhao Yuner's heart. As soon as Qin Hailan went out, she bumped into Zhao Yuner, which was also unexpected. "Why are you here?" Zhao Yuner asked. She thought that it had something to do with Bullfrog. This woman probably knew that she had sent Bullfrog to Fulian restaurant, so she sent him here herself. However, she had signed a contract with Sun Zhongquan in the past, so this Bullfrog could only be accepted by her. In addition, she had sent a lot of food over these days. Sun Zhongquan wouldn't accept Mulan's gifts, right? Qin Hailan was a little guilty at first, but then she calmed down and replied unhappily, "Why can't I come? Could it be that this restaurant belongs to your family? You're the only one who can come, and others can't come." Looking at Qin Hailan's arrogant clamor, Zhao Yuner frowned. "Qin Hailan, you know what I mean. Stop pretending." "Who's pretending with you? I don't know what you're talking about. You're crazy." Qin Hailan rolled her eyes at Zhao Yuner and wanted to leave. Zhao Yuner grabbed Qin Hailan. Chapter 343. The guests in Fulian all looked in the direction of Zhao Yuner and Qin Hailan. This woman. The waiter of the restaurant ran over and said to Zhao Yuner and Qin Hailan, "Our restaurant still needs to do business. If you two want to make trouble, then run away. Don't do it in front of the restaurant." "Little brother, I'm not making trouble. You see, she's the one who pulled me. If you want to blame someone, then blame her." Zhao Yuner sneered. "How interesting." She pushed Qin Hailan away, and Qin Hailan fell heavily to the ground. She warned Qin Hailan, "It's best that nothing happened, otherwise I won't let you off." "Hey you." Qin Hailan was also a little annoyed. If it weren't for the sake of money, she would have already made trouble with Zhao Yuner. Sun Zhongquan had previously told her not to let Zhao Yuner know about this matter. "Humph, forget it. I won't argue with you." Qin Hailan patted her sleeves and left. Zhao Yuner also entered Sun Zhongquan's restaurant. Sun Zhongquan smiled and said to Zhao Yuner, "Yuner girl, why are you a little late today? You usually come here at this time." "I was delayed by something today," Zhao Yuner replied. Sun Zhongquan helped Zhao Yuner weigh the bullfrog, and then paid the money. Zhao Yuner couldn't help but ask, "Shopkeeper, the two of us agreed before that you can only buy the bullfrog from me, and can't buy it from others. You didn't forget, right?" Sun Zhongquan awkwardly pulled out a smile. "Of course I remember. Yuner girl, you suddenly said that. What do you mean?" Zhao Yuner knew that even if she questioned Sun Zhongquan would not admit it. After all, they didn't catch him on the spot. Zhao Yuner smiled. "It's nothing. It's good that the shopkeeper remembers it. I just want to remind you that you can't casually buy this bullfrog from someone else. If something happens one day, don't look for me to take responsibility." Sun Zhongquan smiled embarrassedly, feeling even more guilty. Would something go wrong? It shouldn't be. Qin Hailan had been sending bullfrog for some time now, and she didn't see any problems. Sun Zhongquan sighed. "Forget it. It's better not to think about it. It shouldn't be a big deal. After all, he couldn't refuse the bullfrog that Qin Hailan had sent over. What if Qin Hailan found another restaurant and sold it to them? Wouldn't they be competing with their Fulian restaurant for business? The specialty of his restaurant would be gone." Zhao Yuner returned to the village at around 10 o'clock. At noon, she made some twice-cooked pork and fried it with garlic. It tasted very delicious. It was a thin slice that was half fat and half black, and it tasted exceptionally good. Then there was cabbage and tofu soup, and horsehead orchid stir-fried tofu jerky. The three of them ate very contentedly. Zhao Yuner specially bought more meat back. She had promised Xiao Mao to give it more meat to eat, so she had to satisfy it. Xiao He saw Zhao Yun'er's favoritism and was very unhappy. It lay under the table and didn't want to come out to eat. Even when she brought the meat to Xiao He proudly didn't even smell it. Zhao Yun'er felt even more tired. Xiao Mao needed to be coaxed, and Xiao He also needed to be coaxed. The two little beasts were like children. The main thing was that she couldn't be biased. If she treated one well, the other would immediately be unhappy. Chapter 344. Miss Yun'er, why do you say that? Mu Lianfeng's chopsticks paused for a few seconds. Then he looked at Zhao Yun'er and asked, You see, little animals are jealous of each other. If you treat one well, the other one will be unhappy. If you have 2 or more children, and one of them is good, the other one will be unhappy. So, you might as well have a good child, and there's no need to be biased. Miss Yun'er, do you mean that you only want to have Daodu as your child in the future? You won't have any other children, right? Zhao Yun'er nodded. Yes. Anyway, my Daodu is cute and sensible enough. I'll give my love to Daodu in the future. And Daodu won't be jealous of his younger brother or sister. Although Zhao Yun'er's words were reasonable, it was the first time that Mu Lianfeng had heard such words. In this era, every family had a litter of children, especially rich families. If they had more wives, they would have more grandchildren. It was normal for ordinary farmers to have 5 or 6 children. Only one child was really rare, unless it was infertile. Mu Lianfeng didn't know why, but there was a bit of sadness in his heart. If Zhao Yun'er didn't want to continue having children, then if he married her one day, would there be no children between them? Seeing Mu Lianfeng in a daze, Zhao Yun'er thought something was wrong, so she asked, Mr. Mu, what's wrong? Do you think I'm wrong? The corners of Mu Lianfeng's mouth curled into a beautiful smile. Inadvertently, there was a hint of bitterness in his smile. Miss Yun'er is right, but I think it's not a bad thing to have more children at home. A child is too lonely. If Daodu has a younger brother or sister, there will be someone to play with Daodu. Hearing that, Zhao Yun'er fell silent for a while. It seemed that Mu Lianfeng's words made sense. Daodu, who was eating on the table, put down his bowl and chopsticks. His beautiful eyes curved into crescents, and he said to Zhao Yun'er with a smile, Mom, Daodu wants a younger brother or sister, so Daodu can play with them every day. Mom, if you have a younger brother or sister, Daodu won't be jealous. Zhao Yun'er saw Daodu's excitement when he said that. Before she could say anything, Daodu asked in a soft voice, Mom, when can you give birth to a younger brother or sister for Daodu? This child, did she think that she could give birth to a child just because she wanted to? She had to get the man to cooperate. After all, giving birth to a child was a matter between 2 people. The problem is, I don't even have a man now. Zhao Yun'er didn't know how to explain this to Daodu. After thinking for a while, she said to Daodu, Daodu, I can't give birth to a younger brother or sister for the time being, because I need to sleep with another man. Mom, don't you sleep with Dad every day? Then do you already have a younger brother or sister in your stomach? Chapter 345. Zhao Yun'er began to educate Daodu. Daodu, I'm different from your father. You can sleep with me, right? So it's impossible for us to have a baby. Don't tell anyone that your father is in our house. It's best if you don't tell anyone else about it. Daodu nodded his head as if he understood. Oh, Mother, I understand. But, Mom, if you and Dad have a baby together, Daodu can sleep at Grandma's place tonight. Zhao Yun'er didn't know what to say. This child. How embarrassing. Looking at Zhao Yun'er's embarrassed expression, Mu Lianfeng gave Daodu a look of appreciation. He didn't dote on his son for nothing. Daodu, you're still young. There are many things that you don't understand. Your father and I aren't married yet, so we can't have a baby yet. Oh, I see. Daodu looked a little disappointed. Zhao Yun'er touched Daodu's head and comforted him. It's okay, Daodu. It's okay if you don't have a younger brother or sister. You still have your uncle, Xiao Mao, and Xiao He to accompany you. Dao De nodded after hearing Zhao Yun'er's words. Zhao Yun'er smiled awkwardly at Mu Lianfeng. Lord Mu, I'm just a child. Please don't laugh at me. Mu Lianfeng shook his head. It's okay. I think Dao De is quite cute. Zhao Yun'er felt that she had been tricked by the two of them. Did the father and son collude with each other? In the afternoon, Zhao Yun'er sent Zhao Tianlong and her fifth uncle to the town. Compared to Yang City, the town was much quieter. However, there were many shops in the town, and most of them were businesses. Many farmers brought the produce from their fields to the town to buy. The overall price was also cheaper than in Yang City. Along the way, Zhao Tianlong did not say much, while Zhao Yun'er and Zhao Wensheng chatted nonstop. Zhao Wensheng urged Zhao Yun'er to get married. Zhao Yun'er turned around and talked about Zhao Wensheng. Fifth uncle, you're the one who should get married. Look at the younger generation in our family. They all have children, but you don't even have a wife. You should let grandma take care of it for you. Zhao Tianlong listened from the side, smiled, and agreed. Yes, fifth uncle, I also think that you can ask grandma to help you find a wife. Among us uncles, you're the only one left. His nephew and niece spoke one sentence after another, making Zhao Wensheng a little embarrassed. You guys are actually controlling your elders. Zhao Wensheng pretended to be angry and snorted lightly. Fifth uncle, I'm not controlling you. I'm just concerned about you. You don't have to worry about my marriage, and I don't need your grandma to help me talk about it. I have my own plans. As Zhao Wensheng spoke, his eyes darkened slightly, as if he had thought of something. Seeing Zhao Wensheng's reaction, Zhao Yun'er felt that his words had a deeper meaning, so she smiled and asked, Fifth uncle, have you already taken a fancy to a girl from another family? Being teased by Zhao Yun'er like this, Zhao Wensheng's face unconsciously turned red. You little girl, what are you thinking? Okay, I won't say any more. Zhao Yun'er knew that Zhao Wensheng was a thin-skinned person. Zhao Yun'er first sent Zhao Tianlong to school, then sent Zhao Wensheng to his residence. Chapter 346. It looked a little shabby, but it was a brick house, which was slightly different from the thatched houses in the village. Zhao Wensheng rented a single room in a house. When they entered the courtyard, there was a young woman standing in the courtyard with a child on her back. The child was about 1 year old, and she was shaking the quilt in the courtyard. Seeing Zhao Wensheng walking in, the woman smiled at Zhao Wensheng. Brother Zhao, you're back? When Zhao Wensheng saw the woman, a gentle smile appeared on his face. Yes, I have to go to school tomorrow. You must be tired from the journey. Go in and have a rest. I've cleaned the house for you. Suizhuan, thank you. I'm a man, and I don't know how to clean the house. Zhao Wensheng smiled shyly. It's fine. It's no trouble. Zhao Yun'er followed behind Zhao Wensheng. Looking at the interaction between Zhao Wensheng and Jin Suizhuan, she felt that there was a subtle relationship between them. Jin Suizhuan also saw Zhao Yun'er following behind Zhao Wensheng, so she pointed at Zhao Yun'er and asked, Brother Zhao, this is... Zhao Wensheng introduced, this is my niece. She used her family's donkey to send me to the town today. Jin Suizhuan smiled at Zhao Yun'er. Come in and have a rest. I'll go get you a glass of water. Zhao Yun'er glanced at the woman in front of her. She was only in her 20s. Her facial features were considered pretty, but her face was a little sallow. At first glance, it was obvious that it was because she worked hard all year round and didn't eat well. It's fine, I'll go back now. Zhao Yun'er declined. Go in and have a rest. You must be tired from the journey. Drink some water. Jin Suizhuan said while pulling Zhao Yun'er. Zhao Yun'er couldn't resist Jin Suizhuan's enthusiasm, so she had to go in. Although the house was a little old, it was clean and tidy by Jin Suizhuan. It looked very comfortable. Jin Suizhuan took out a cup and poured a glass of cold water for Zhao Yun'er. There was also a cute 3-year-old girl in the house. His eyes were big and bright, like stars. If she was a little fatter, she would probably be even cuter. Zhao Yun'er found that other than Jin Suizhuan and the 2 children, there was no one else. There were only women's clothes and children's clothes hanging outside to dry. He had a rough idea that Jin Suizhuan should be a widow. No wonder she felt that Zhao Wenxing's relationship with a married woman was somewhat ambiguous. It turned out that she didn't have a man. Did her fifth uncle fall in love with Jin Suizhuan? She didn't think that there was anything bad about Jin Suizhuan, but based on her understanding of old Zhao's family, if Zhao Wenxing really liked Jin Suizhuan, it was unlikely that anything would happen between him and Jin Suizhuan. Old Zhao's family would definitely not agree to let Jin Suizhuan marry into their family. In the eyes of old Zhao's family, Jin Suizhuan was a burden with 2 children behind her. In addition, Zhao Wenxing's family was very good. He was handsome, and he was also a scholar. There were many people who wanted to matchmake for Zhao Wenxing. Zhao Yin'er sighed in her heart. I hope it's not what I think it is. Wah wah wah, a baby's cry sounded. Do you understand? Gooden nodded his head heavily. Zhao Yin'er, don't meddle in my family's affairs. Qin Hailan's reprimanding voice came from not far away. Qin Hailan walked in front of Zhao Yin'er and pulled Gooden over. She said to Gooden, Gooden, don't talk to random people. Hurry up and go back. Eggface lowered his head in grievance as he responded. Oh. Chapter 348. Qin Hailan pursed her lips unhappily. Who asked you to be so kind? Zhao Yin'er, don't meddle in other people's business. Zhao Yin'er curled the corners of her lips. She couldn't be bothered to interfere. There would be a day when she would get her retribution for being so wicked. The next morning, Zhao Yin'er drove Mulan to Yang City. After they separated from the family, Mulan became more diligent. She had been weaving more baskets recently, thinking of selling more baskets. That way she could get more money back, so that the family could live a better life. However, she had made so many baskets that Mulan's hands were covered in wounds. On the way, Zhao Yin'er chatted with Mulan about the family Zhu situation. After Mulan separated from the family, Mrs. Zhu cried all day long and regretted it. Her eldest daughter-in-law was a lazy person. She didn't even take care of the housework at home. In addition, she had a child who was only a few months old. Naturally, she pushed all the housework to Mrs. Zhu. For so many years it was Mulan who was used to working hard. Letting her do so much work at once, how could old Madame Zhu bear it? However, Mrs. Zhu complained to her son, while Zhu Dainiu sided with his wife. If Mrs. Zhu wasn't satisfied, she could always separate from the family again. Mrs. Zhu didn't dare. If the eldest branch separated from her, no one would be able to do the work in the fields. She couldn't expect an old woman like her to retire at her age, could she? How could she move with her old bones? Her third son spent a lot of money every year. Without the eldest branch, he couldn't do it. Therefore, she could only endure it, and didn't dare to scold her eldest daughter-in-law. When Zhao Yin'er heard Mulan's words, she only felt that some people were despicable. She bullied the weak and feared the strong. Now was the right time. People like Mrs. Zhu had to be taught a lesson. Yin'er, now that we've separated from the family, I feel that our days are more promising than before. Even though we're a little poor now and have a lot of pressure on us, it's always good to work hard. Yes, the most important thing is that your mother-in-law won't have the chance to bully you. Zhao Yin'er joked. Haha, Mulan also laughed. Zhao Yin'er first sent Mulan to the market, and then went to the restaurant to send Bullfrog. This time, Zhao Yin'er gave him 50 kilograms, which was the maximum amount she could give him. Sun Zhongquan paid 2 taels of silver to Zhao Yin'er in one go. Looking at the money in her hands, Zhao Yin'er was in a good mood. If she could maintain this income, she would be able to live a good life soon. Yin'er, you're sending more and more goods every day, right? Sun Zhongquan said with a smile. Zhao Yin'er noticed that Sun Zongquan's tone was a little strange, so she nodded and asked, Yes, manager, what's wrong? Can't I send more? No. It's just that the sales in the store aren't as good as before, so sometimes I can't sell the goods I send. Zhao Yin'er frowned. But manager, you urged me to send as many as possible not long ago. Why are you saying that you can't sell them now? Or do you have other supply channels and don't want to do business with me? Sun Zhongquan hurriedly waved his hand. No, no, of course not. Miss Yunner, I'm just saying. You can send as many goods as you want in the future. Zhao Yunner nodded lightly, then left the restaurant and went to the market. Zhao Yunner and Mulan weren't in a hurry to sell the goods since they didn't need to drive the bullock cart. Chapter 349. The two of them chuckled. Business was pretty good. In just one morning, Mulan had sold nearly 200 copper coins. To Mulan, this was already considered a large sum of money. Although she couldn't do this every day, she could still make do with a few hundred copper coins a month. She could barely get by. Mulan sighed with emotion. I'm thinking about when I can save more money and build a few houses. At that time, I'll have a separate house. It'll be more comfortable for my family to live together. At present, he continued to live with old Madame Zhu. When he heard old Madame Zhu's voice, he couldn't help but feel a little annoyed. If he had his own house and lived a little further away, he really wouldn't have anything to do with the Zhu family. Zhao Yun could understand Mulan's feelings. It's always good to have a dream. Life will get better slowly. Mulan sighed. That's true. Building a house costs a lot of money. Now that we're selling these things, it's already good enough that we can live on, let alone building a house. In the end, it was because of money. Zhao Yunner looked at Mulan's injured fingers. She couldn't continue weaving baskets for a long time. It was tiring and hurt her hands. The most important thing was that she didn't make a lot of money. If she wanted to live a better life, she had to think of another way out. What kind of business could she do in this town? Zhao Yunner suddenly thought of the snack stall. If she did it alone, she would be busy and strenuous. But if she did it with two people, it wouldn't be so tiring. She could also make more money. Zhao Yunner had a feeling that she couldn't do business with Sun Zhongquan for long. She didn't know what Sun Zhongquan and Qin Hailan were doing. If she really couldn't do business with Sun Zhongquan, it would be better for her to plan in advance. During the day, Mulan's baskets were almost sold out. After packing up the remaining things, the two of them went to the market to buy some vegetables. Mulan directly weighed a caddy of pork and brought it back. The children at home hadn't eaten anything good. She had some money on hand, so she had to buy some to nourish the children and satisfy their cravings. On the way back, Zhao Yunner told Mulan about the snack stall plan. Mulan was very interested. Yunner, if it's possible, I want to do it with you. I'm not afraid of hard work. As long as we can make money, it's enough. Zhao Yunner nodded. As long as they could make money, it didn't matter if it was a little hard. But Yunner, I don't have enough money. Zhao Yunner patted Mulan's. Yunner, I feel that you're the one who suffers losses. How about this? When we share the money, you can get more and give me less. Or I can work for you every month, and you can give me a little salary. Mulan, don't you know our relationship? Don't be so polite with me. We can talk about how to share the money later. Let's go to Yang City to check the situation and see when we can buy the stall. Sure. After lunch, Zhao Yunner wanted to go up the mountain, but there were a lot of officers and soldiers. These soldiers gathered in front of Zhao Yunner's house, which attracted many villagers. They were all chattering about what had happened. Chapter 350. A group of people gathered together, chattering nonstop, discussing what was going on. If it wasn't a serious crime, there wouldn't be so many soldiers here. What's going on? I don't know. Something serious must have happened. Something serious must have happened. If it wasn't serious, why would so many soldiers come here? These soldiers came to Yunner's house. Did Yunner commit a crime? What crime could Yunner commit? She's just a woman. What crime could she have committed? I'm not sure. Look at Yunner. She's just a woman, but she bought a donkey before. I was wondering where she got the money. It's not easy for her to support herself. Now it seems that she must have stolen it. These soldiers came to catch Yunner. Could it be that Yunner was caught stealing? I think so. Otherwise, why would so many soldiers come here? Alas, it's so embarrassing. We've never seen such a thing in our village. She's not afraid of being embarrassed. Didn't she get pregnant before marriage? Old Zhao's family is embarrassed again. Zhao Yun'er walked out because of the noise outside. When she saw the soldiers outside, her heart skipped a beat. There was a bad premonition in his heart. Zhao Yun'er rushed over to the constable and politely asked, "I don't know why the officials have come to my house?" The constable glanced at Zhao Yun'er, who was standing in front of him. He saw that Zhao Yun'er's appearance was delicate and pretty. Her voice was crisp and pleasant. Her every movement had a unique temperament. She didn't look like an ordinary countrywoman. She was polite to him, but didn't show any humility in front of him. The constable had a good impression of Zhao Yun'er. Would such a woman really commit a crime? "Are you Zhao Yun'er?" the constable asked with a cold face. Zhao Yun'er nodded and responded, "That's right. Miss, the authorities are now suspecting you of poisoning people and are now arresting you." As the constable spoke, two soldiers stepped forward and surrounded Zhao Yun'er. Poisoning people? Zhao Yun'er frowned. Was he talking about her? Since they had reported her name and found her doorstep, these people must have confirmed that there was no mistake. Zhao Yun'er took a deep breath and asked the constable calmly, "I wonder if you can tell me what kind of poison was used. Can you explain it more clearly? I don't understand." "You'll know when you follow us to the magistrate's office. We can't tell you now," the constable said. Zhao Yun'er knew that the constable was already being courteous to her. If she continued to ask, it would mean that she did not know how to appreciate favors. "Miss, let's go. Come back with us now." Zhao Yun'er looked at the constable awkwardly and pleaded, "Brother official, I still have a child. I wonder if I can go into the house and talk to him for a while. After I'm done, I'll go with you." The constable glanced at Zhao Yun'er and thought that a woman like Zhao Yun'er couldn't run away. There was no harm in talking to her. He said, "All right then. Miss, try to hurry." Zhao Yun'er nodded. "Thank you, brother official." After speaking, Zhao Yun'er turned and went into the house. Mu Lianfeng leaned against the door. When he saw Zhao Yun'er come in, he quickly asked, "Miss Yun'er, why are there so many soldiers here? What's the matter?" Chapter 351. Zhao Yun'er told Mu Lianfeng what the soldiers said. She didn't understand what was going on. She could only find out when she went to the government. Being accused of something for no reason, Zhao Yun'er had to wash it off. It wasn't her doing, but she wasn't afraid. If someone was framing her, she had to figure it out. "Miss Yun'er, do you want me to help you say something? They won't dare to act recklessly on my face," Mu Lianfeng said. Zhao Yun'er shook her head. "Young Master Mu, our great Zhou country does things according to the law. Although you are the heir, you can't stop the government from handling the case. If young Master Mu wants to help me, then I ask young Master Mu to help me take care of Daodu. If Mu Rongzi doesn't find it troublesome, then I can't come back, so help me find out what happened." Zhao Yun'er left the room after saying this. "Mother, Daodu, don't be afraid. Your mother will be fine." Mu Lianfeng hugged Daodu and comforted him. Seeing Zhao Yun'er leave with the soldiers, Mu Lianfeng's eyes flashed with a cold light. The news of Zhao Yun'er poisoning people and being arrested by the government spread through the village. When the old Zhao family rushed to Zhao Yun'er's house, Zhao Yun'er had already left. Hua Chunhua cursed under her breath. "This little b*tch, she must think that she hasn't disgraced the Zhao family enough. She's capable of doing anything. Humph, mother, isn't that right? She deserves it. She threw feces at us. Now look at it. Retribution from the heavens has come." Zhao Xinhui was taking joy in other people's misfortune. Hua Chunhua frowned. Although Zhao Xinhui was right, she was happy that Zhao Yun'er had this kind of ending. But when others laughed at the old Zhao family, she wasn't happy. When Zhao Yun'er got pregnant before marriage, it had been a long time since people talked about it. Now that Zhao Yun'er did such a shameful thing, even the past was dug up. The girls in the family were at the age to find a husband. Old Zhao family's reputation was bad. Now all good in-laws were gone. "This little slut, she should have died long ago. She doesn't do proper things and only think of crooked ways," Hua Chunhua said and spat on the ground. She pointed at Liang Jinxiao and scolded again. Look at your good daughter. God damn it. What kind of trash did she give birth to in our family? Liang Jinxiao frowned, feeling unhappy. Yin was in trouble, but she was only worried. She wasn't like Hu Chunhua, scolding her whenever she could. Zhao Yin was old Zhao family's granddaughter. Was old Zhao family really not worried about her life or death? Mother, Yin must have been wronged. How could she poison others? Don't you know Yin character? Liang Jinxiao retorted. Hu Chunhua snorted lightly. How can I not understand? That little bitch is very powerful. I think she most likely stole someone else's things and was found out. Then she was poisoned and killed by someone. No wonder she's living a good life now. It turns out that she's doing these sneaky things. When Zhao Ping heard Hu Chunhua scolding Zhao Yin, she immediately became excited and echoed, "That's right, mother. You only know how to speak up for that wretched girl Yin. You don't talk about her no matter how many shameful things she has done. Grandma is right." Chapter 352. Zhao Ping was pleased with Hu Chunhua's praise. She smiled at Hu Chunhua and said, "Grandma, of course. I'm not like Zhao Yin. Sai, third daughter-in-law, why are you so different when you're born from the same womb?" Hu Chunhua scolded Liang Jinxiao again. Liang Jinxiao didn't say anything. She didn't have the mood to bicker with Hu Chunhua. Instead, she was thinking about what to do with Zhao Yin. Zhao Yin was taken away by the soldiers. There was no one from the government at home. If there was, she could ask someone to find out what was going on. Grandma, Zhao Yin is gone. She probably won't be released this time. Let's take back everything in her house? Zhao Ping suggested to Hu Chunhua. When Hu Chunhua heard this, she felt that it made sense. That little B***TCH's donkey is still in the shed. Let's take it back and use it. Hu Chunhua thought of Zhao Yin's donkey. It was probably worth a lot of money. Ordinary farmers didn't have it. Even if they didn't sell it, it was convenient to transport it to the streets and towns. Hu Chunhua glanced at Zhao Yin's wooden shed and saw the donkey. It ran towards Zhao Yin's wooden shed with its short legs. "TSK, TSK, TSK. Little donkey, come back with me. I'll get you a lot of grass to eat." Hu Chunhua smiled and said to Xiao Mao. Xiao Mao raised its head and glanced at Hu Chunhua. Then, it turned its head away arrogantly and ignored Hu Chunhua. Hu Chunhua treated Xiao Mao as a little beast. Naturally, she wouldn't argue with it. After all, beasts couldn't understand human language. "Little donkey, come with me." Hu Chunhua pulled a handful of straw and waved it in front of Xiao Mao. Then, she untied the rope on Xiao Mao and wanted to take it away. Xiao Mao looked at Hu Chunhua, as if it was looking at an idiot. Did this old woman really think that it was an ordinary donkey? Did she think that it would be tricked by a few straws? Hu Chunhua pulled the rope and found that it wouldn't budge. She was in a rare good mood and continued to coax Xiao Mao. Let's go. Little donkey, come to my house. My house is much better than here. It has more grass and a bigger shed. You'll definitely feel more comfortable there." Xiao Mao ignored Hu Chunhua. No matter how hard he tugged, Hu Chunhua refused to budge. Hu Chunhua felt that it was strange. Could it be that this little bastard understood human nature and knew how to recognize people? "Are you leaving or not? If you don't leave, this old woman will kill you and stew you with donkey meat," Hu Chunhua threatened. Since the soft approach didn't work, the donkey decided to use the hard approach. However, Hu Chunhua sadly found that Xiao Mao was too arrogant. After it glanced at Hu Chunhua, it began to struggle. "Stinky donkey, hurry up and leave this old woman." Hu Chunhua tugged hard again. It was just a little donkey. She had experienced so many things. She didn't believe that she couldn't beat it today. The little donkey was also a little angry because of Hu Chunhua. When Hu Chunhua pulled it, it raised its two hind legs and kicked Hu Chunhua to the ground. There was a wooden stick on the ground. It poked Hu Chunhua's back. It was very painful. Hu Chunhua fell to the ground and began to shout. "Ouch, it hurts so much. It hurts so much. You little beast, you really dare to kick me. Today, I'll skin you and make donkey meat. Chapter 353. Hua Chuanhua's face and mouth were covered in Xiao Mao's pee, and the smell of urine rushed into Hua Chuanhua's nostrils. Hua Chuanhua was stunned for a moment, and it took her a while to react. This donkey actually dared to pee on her face and mouth. You damn donkey, I got up today. If I don't kill you, my surname isn't Hua. Hua Chuanhua shouted angrily. Not long ago, Zhao Yin'er splashed feces, and now she was peed on by the donkey in Zhao Yin'er's house. She was so aggrieved. There were villagers watching in front of Zhao Yin'er's house. When they saw Hua Chuanhua's appearance, they couldn't help but laugh. This old woman from the Zhao family is too greedy. She was still thinking about Yin'er's things after separating from the family. Now look, her mouth is covered in urine. I wonder how donkey urine tastes. Ha ha ha, it definitely won't taste good. What kind of urine doesn't have a pungent smell? Wicked people get their retribution. The villagers said sarcastic remarks one after another. Usually they didn't like Hua Chuanhua. Now that they finally got a chance to say something, they definitely had to seize the opportunity. Zhao Tianan and Zhao Tianfu were at the side, covering their mouths and laughing secretly. Brother Tianan, Xiao Mao is really amazing. It did a great job. Haha, look at our grandmother. She was tortured so miserably. In front of Zhao Tianan, Zhao Tianfu didn't hide anything and said everything in his heart. He was originally worried that after Zhao Yin'er left, his grandmother would definitely do a big sweep. He didn't expect to suffer as soon as he had the idea of getting Xiao Mao. Why does Xiao Mao seem to understand human nature? Zhao Tianan was also very curious about Xiao Mao. Of course, Xiao Mao was bought by second sister. It has spiritual energy when it was bought. Moreover, second sister is very good to Xiao Mao. Xiao Mao is not an ungrateful person. Why would it follow grandmother? Zhao Tianfu replied with some innocence. Zhao Tianan smiled. It seemed that his younger brother really regarded Xiao Mao as a human. How could an animal know so much? Hua Chuanhua was even angrier because of the laughter around her. It was all the donkey's fault. If it wasn't for it, she wouldn't be in such a sorry state and be laughed at. Tui, tui, tui. Hua Chuanhua spat out a few mouthfuls of saliva. Just as he was about to get up, he was kicked a few more times by Xiao Mao. This time, Xiao Mao's hind leg kicked Hua Chuanhua's face. Ouch! Hua Chuanhua screamed in pain. Xiao Mao's hind leg was very strong. In addition, Xiao Mao's hooves were hard. When it kicked Hua Chuanhua's face, it was more painful than being punched. The pain on her face was a little hot. Unfortunately, Hua Chuanhua couldn't see it. If she could see it, she would have discovered that her entire face was covered in bruises where Furry's hooves had kicked her. Ha ha ha. The laughter around them became even louder. Usually they saw people bullying animals. When had they ever seen animals bully people? Speaking of which, this donkey was really strange. It bullied Hua Chuanhua in one way after another. Eldest brother, second brother, third brother, are you blind? Hurry up and come over here. Help me catch this damn donkey. Today, I must put it in a pot of oil. I'm so angry. How dare it bully an old woman like me? I'm not done with it. Hua Chuanhua shouted at the Zhao brothers. The men in old Zhao's family were shocked by what was happening in front of them. They couldn't react at all. Chapter 354. After Hua Chuanhua's reprimand, they finally reacted. Mother, I'm coming. Zhao Tianshui answered eagerly. Even if they couldn't do anything else, they could just catch a donkey. After being scolded by Hua Chuanhua for being heartless, Zhao Wenshi also ran over eagerly and said to Hua Chuanhua, Mother, I'll go catch it for you now. This time Zhao Wenhua didn't move. What did his mother do? They still didn't know what happened to Yin-er. Maybe she came back safe and sound. How could they steal Yin-er's things while Yin-er wasn't home? Catch it, catch it. Let's eat donkey meat tonight. Upon hearing that they were going to eat donkey meat, many people in old Zhao's family became excited and gluttonous. How much meat would be cooked from such a big donkey? It would probably be very satisfying. They had eaten meat at the banquet before, but they hadn't eaten to their heart's content. Meat was expensive. How could they let them eat so much? Mother, I'll help you catch it too. Li Chuiying stepped forward and pounced in Xiao Mao's direction. Seeing that they were all heading towards Xiao Mao, Zhao Tianfu became anxious. They should be able to catch it. Xiao Mao, run. Zhao Tianfu shouted at Xiao Mao. Xiao Mao seemed to understand Zhao Tianfu's words. It kicked Hua Chunhua's face a few more times and then ran away. Ouch! Hua Chunhua yelled. This time she was kicked hard again. When she looked up, she realized that Xiao Mao had already run far away. Did this beast become a demon? Hurry up and catch it! Hua Chunhua yelled in a muffled voice. The men from the Zhao family hurriedly chased after it. How could they outrun a donkey? Adding on Xiao Mao's godly speed, they quickly slipped away. The men ran back, panting. Zhao Wenxue said with a bitter face, Mother, that donkey was like flying. I couldn't catch up with it. That's right, Mother. We can't outrun them at all. I'm so tired. Zhao Wenxue was also panting heavily. Hua Chunhua wailed. Why did old Zhao give birth to so many useless things? They can't even catch up with a donkey. Zhao Wenxue and Zhao Wenxue looked at each other and felt a little speechless. They had tried their best to chase after it, but Xiao Mao's speed was not something an ordinary person could catch up to. They were not good at running. He was dog-tired from chasing after them, but he was scolded by Hua Chunhua instead. It was inevitable that he would feel unhappy. Mother, you can't say that. You don't know that no one in the village can catch up with that donkey. Zhao Wenxue pursed his lips and said. Hua Chunhua cried even louder. God, my old woman was bullied by the donkey. Now the donkey has run away. Seeing Hua Chunhua crying and yelling, the eldest daughter-in-law, Feng Zhangxia, hurried over to remind her. Mother, be careful. There are so many people watching. Don't be a joke. With Feng Zhangxia's reminder, Hua Chunhua immediately reacted. Wiping the tears from the corners of her eyes, she pointed at the men and said, Then what are you waiting for? Hurry up and help me up. Oh, okay. The men from old Zhao's family gathered around and began to pull Hua Chunhua. With great difficulty, they pulled Hua Chunhua up from the ground. It hurts. Hua Chunhua rubbed her face. Chapter 355. Zhao Xinhui was straightforward and did not consider Hua Chunhua's feelings. Hua Chunhua's lips twitched a little awkwardly. Is that so? Mother, if you don't believe me, let eldest sister-in-law and second sister-in-law smell it. Let them smell it and we'll know. After Zhao Xinhui finished speaking, Hua Chunhua turned her mouth to Li Chuiying and Feng Zhangxia and blew a breath of air over. The smell in her mouth was really too strange. There was the smell of urine and a stench. Hua Chunhua did not usually brush her teeth, so she had bad breath. When she breathed out, Li Chuiying and Feng Zhangxia were almost disgusted. The two of them did not dare to say anything to Hua Chunhua. They were afraid that Hua Chunhua would be angry. They frowned and endured the smell of Hua Chunhua's breath. Zhao Xinhui said, Eldest sister-in-law, second sister-in-law, do you think it smells like urine? Is it very unpleasant? Li Chuiying and Feng Zhangxia were a little embarrassed. How could they say this in front of Hua Chunhua? If they told the truth, Hua Chunhua would probably be unhappy. Aunt, it's fine. Li Chuiying smiled embarrassedly. Zhao Xinhui rolled her eyes at Li Chuiying. Second sister-in-law, you really know how to lie through your teeth. Wasn't it just that she did not dare to say it? How cowardly. Huier, I think your second sister-in-law is telling the truth. My mouth is not that smelly. I'll be fine after I rinse my mouth later. Zhao Xinhui did not pay any more attention to Hua Chunhua. She covered her nose and walked to the side. Hua Chunhua was still angry about Xiao Mao. Li Chuiying said fawningly, Mother, don't be angry. Zhao Yana must have good things at home. We can take back all the firewood, rice, oil and salt. Yes, yes, yes. Second daughter-in-law, first daughter-in-law, go to the little B***TCH's kitchen and search for everything. Li Chuiying answered eagerly. Okay, Mom, I'll go now. With that, Li Chuiying ran into Zhao Yun'er's kitchen. Feng Zhangxia hesitated for a moment before following him. Mother, Yun'er might be fine. Isn't it inappropriate to take Yun'er's things now? Liang Jinxiao couldn't help but say. He thought that Hu Chunhua had gone too far. Hu Chunhua rolled her eyes at Liang Jinxiao. Why not? Did you see how badly that little bitch's donkey kicked my old woman? Her face is swollen. She should at least get some interest back, right? Zhao Wenhua thought that Hu Chunhua was being unreasonable. Mother, if you didn't catch Yun'er's donkey, you wouldn't have been kicked. Isn't this your problem? Damn brat, how can you say that? Hu Chunhua glared at Zhao Wenhua. Zhao Wenhua was so scared that she didn't dare to say anything. Zhao Wenhua and Liang Jinxiao felt uncomfortable with Hu Chunhua's overbearing attitude, but they could do nothing about it. If they tried to reason with Hu Chunhua, they would be scolded for a while. The surrounding villagers couldn't stand it anymore. No matter what Zhao Yun'er was like, old Zhao's family was still too shameless. Therefore someone stood up and said, Auntie Zhao, what you're doing isn't right. Yun'er has already separated from old Zhao's family. Her things have nothing to do with you. We don't even know if she's fine, but you've already taken everything from her. To put it bluntly, you're thieves. If Yun'er goes to the government and accuses you of stealing and robbing, all of us can testify. Chapter 356. Auntie Zhao, you can't go overboard. Now that Yun'er is in trouble, shouldn't you old Zhao's family ask around and help her find out what happened? Then you can come up with a solution together, right? Why are you looting her things as soon as she left? Hu Chunhua was embarrassed by these people, but how could she be willing to let go of Zhao Yun'er's things? She said, It's none of your business. This is old Zhao's business. Now that Yun'er is gone, we should take her things back for safekeeping. Otherwise, who knows if you will steal them? Auntie Zhao, how can you accuse others like this? Humph, you're so unreasonable. Who's unreasonable? I'm too lazy to argue with you. It's not your family's business. Why are you poking your nose into it? Zhao Ping'er stood up and helped Hu Chunhua to reply. Seeing that old Zhao's family was unreasonable, the surrounding villagers knew that it was useless to say anything. They had no right to interfere with old Zhao's business. Li Chuiying and Feng Zhangxia rummaged through Zhao Yun'er's kitchen. In the end, they found a bag of polished rice, half a bag of flour, some oil, salt and soy sauce. Li Chuiying and Feng Zhangxia only took the polished rice, flour, oil and salt. Li Chuiying ran to Hu Chunhua with the things and said eagerly, Mother, look, these are good things. Can we cook a meal of polished rice tonight? Li Chuiying was a glutton. Life was hard for people in the countryside, so they usually ate brown rice. It was not easy to eat brown rice alone. They would also eat mixed with other grains and wild vegetables. If they cooked a meal of pure polished rice, it would be a very good meal. Hu Chunhua didn't feel reluctant to give up the food that they got from Zhao Yun'er's house. She directly agreed. Okay, let's eat a meal of polished rice tonight. Old Zhao's family was delighted when they heard this. Li Chuiying suddenly thought of something and his eyes lit up. He ran to Hu Chunhua and said to Hu Chunhua, Mother, I have a good idea. What idea? Didn't you say that you sold Daodu to such a rich family? Do they still want children? I asked around 2 days ago, but it seems that I haven't bought one yet. Mother, that last Yun'er has been taken away. Let's just send that little bastard over to them. We even earned 200 taels of silver. Hu Chunhua became excited when Li Chuiying mentioned it. Second daughter-in-law, you're so smart. You have so many ideas in old Zhao's family. If we get 200 taels of silver, I'll make you a new dress. Li Chuiying grinned from ear to ear when she heard that. Mother, I'm doing this for our old Zhao's family. That little bastard is probably still in the house, right? Second daughter-in-law, go and carry him out. Hu Chunhua ordered. Oh mother, I'll go now. Li Chuiying ran to Zhao Yun'er's house. Chapter 357. Liang Jinxiao was crying so loudly that the surrounding villagers could hear her. Hu Chunhua glared at her third daughter-in-law. She was crying so loudly because she wanted the surrounding villagers to hear her. Later, the villagers would definitely attack her again. Hua Chunhua took the initiative to scold Liang Jinxiao. Third daughter-in-law, what nonsense are you talking about? When did I say that I was going to sell Daodu? I'm sending Daodu to a rich family, so that he can enjoy a good life. This is for Daodu's own good. Otherwise, if Yun'er isn't around anymore, old Zhao's family will have to help raise him. Hua Chunhua's words made the surrounding villagers think that she meant that if Zhao Yun'er didn't come back, Daodu would have no one to take care of him. At least someone would be able to raise him if he was given away. If that was the case, then there was no need to criticize her. Outsiders didn't know what was going on, but Liang Jinxiao was well aware. She didn't want to sell him or give him away. If Zhao Yun'er didn't see Daodu when she came back, she would definitely go crazy. Mother, just keep Daodu. You can't give Daodu away. Third daughter-in-law, if you dare to make trouble with me again, I'll ask third brother to divorce you. Hua Chunhua was so angry that she kicked Liang Jinxiao again. She really didn't know what was good for her. Ah! Suddenly, a woman's miserable scream was heard. The person who screamed wasn't Liang Jinxiao, but Li Chuiying. Then, everyone saw a person flying out of the house and landing heavily on the ground. Bang! A violent sound was heard. Li Chuiying was hit hard. Then Li Chuiying's cries and howls were heard. Everyone was a little confused by the situation in front of them. They had yet to react to what was going on. Didn't he go in to catch the child? Why did Li Chuiying fly out? Did he see a ghost? Under everyone's curious gazes, a tall man walked out of the house, followed by a little boy. It was Daodu. The man's face was cold and handsome, and his body exuded a noble and extraordinary temperament. When he appeared in front of the crowd, many people were stunned, especially the young ladies and women who came to join in the fun. They grew up in the countryside and had never seen a handsome man like Mu Lianfeng. Li Chuiying struggled on the ground in pain for a while, then shouted in the direction of Hua Chunhua. Mother, Zhao Yun'er, that little B***tch, is actually hiding a man in her house, shameless B***tch. After saying that, Li Chuiying continued to groan in pain on the ground. Zhao Yun'er's adulterer dared to hit her. I'll definitely teach him a lesson later. The surrounding villagers also had the same thought as Li Chuiying. A man suddenly appeared in Zhao Yun'er's house, so she must be secretly keeping him. They didn't expect Zhao Yun'er to be so shameless and so horny. In the village, they had never seen a woman like Zhao Yun'er, who was even willing to keep a man in her house. The villagers who originally sympathized with Zhao Yun'er now felt that no matter what happened, it was God's punishment for Zhao Yun'er's debauchery. You're tuning in to the Li Mei's Wuxia Whispers YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.